The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 494, being recorded on July the 28th, 2025. I am one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks Live. Today, I'm joined by my co-host from Little Big Ohio, the Mayo, Steve Willier is back. Welcome back, Steve. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, Jesus?
It's going.
Little Big Ohio, just hanging out over here.
Little Big Corn Country, Ohio.
Very hot Ohio here lately. It's been hot.
What is
Hot,
the Ohio State motto?
I don't even know, honestly. How
Don't
bad
you
is
guys
that?
have to have like a saying? Like every state has one, right? Like the whatever state. Is it like the corn state, the farm state? What is Ohio?
It says the official Ohio motto is "With God, all things are possible." Jesus.
Oh wow, you guys are very religious out there. Wow, it's a Bible, one of them Bible states. Mm-hmm. Oh wow,
Mhm.
wow. Okay. Oh shit.
If it makes you feel better, my hometown where I grew up is the Corn City. That made you feel better.
That makes more
That's
sense.
what you're
to me.
looking for. Yeah, that's what you're making. Yeah.
Corn City. Yeah. Well, anyways, I think Oregon. I don't know what Oregon is. I know we call it the Beaver State, but I don't know what what is Oregon. What the fuck is the state motto for Oregon? I'm gonna look that up.
We must know. We need to know these things.
Oregon's state motto is "She flies with her own wings."
Oh, does she? How else would she be flying?
I don't know. I mean, I guess she has her own wings. Yeah, Oregon's a weird state, man. Oregon has really like dark history. If you look into Oregon, like how it was founded back in the day, it's crazy, Mayo. Oregon is like one of the it used to be like a white haven, Mayo. Did you know this from back in the day, from history class? Did they ever teach you this in history? Probably not. Huh?
We left Oregon out of their history class.
You guys don't have like the Oregon Trail shit where you talk about the Oregon Trail?
Yeah, we have that, but
Manifest Destiny, Oregon Trail. Come on, Mayo. All right, well, listen, Mayo. Oregon was
most of
founded.
my Oregon Trail education was on an old floppy disk and dying of dementia.
Okay, dysentery or whatever, right?
Dysentery or whatever it was,
yeah. But like Oregon, man, it used to be like super white. Like it was so white up here that like Oregon was one of the states and like one of the places. It was called Oregon Country before it was like the Oregon State or whatever. It used to be called Oregon Country up here in the Pacific Northwest, and it used to kind of like encompass like Oregon, I think parts of like Washington, maybe, and maybe Northern California a little bit. But California was part of Mexico, so that was like the great Mexican Californian, whatever the fuck they called it. And Oregon Country was Oregon Country. It wasn't even a state. It was like an independent thing from the United States, right? And it used to be like a white haven. Like white people used to come and move up here that didn't want to live around colored people. And colored people were allowed in the state of Oregon, but Oregon was like a crazy state that had this like crazy laws. And one of the laws in Oregon was, at the time when it was founded, one of the crazy laws that they had was like if you were colored, if you were a person of color, you weren't allowed to be in the state out in public past 10 p.m. And the punishment was if you were caught out in public past 10 p.m., you would get lashes. I think it was like 6 lashes or something if you were caught. And if you were caught within 6 months again of like, you know, you were caught, you know, after 10 p.m. in the state of Oregon out in public. Now, if you were caught again within 6 months after your first punishment, I think they sent your ass to prison for like fucking 10 years or some shit. It's crazy. Oregon was like a crazy state. It was like super, super racist and white. Listen, man, they hated colored people so much that Oregon was anti-slavery. Not because they didn't believe that slavery was bad, Mayo, but because they didn't want any colored people in the state. That's how racist they got all. Like that's how racist they weren't like really like opposed to like having like black people working for them like as slaves. They're like, no, we just don't like them at all. We don't want any of them in our state ever.
for
That's
any
how.
reason.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I didn't know about this. I didn't know all this about Oregon until like I started looking into it, and the history of Oregon is pretty fucked.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, and then
Not
they kind
not to
of
leave not to leave Gunny out. I looked up California's.
what's
Theirs is
California?
real simple. It's
The Golden State.
Eureka.
Oh, Eureka! That's their motto.
Yeah. Yep.
I could see that. I could see that.
And it's just it's for the Greek word Eureka, which means I have found it.
Yeah, yeah. The
They have
gold,
found it, Jesus.
the gold mining in the fucking West back then. But yeah, these are some facts about your states, people in the United States. They were fucked up. History. Some of the history of these states are pretty crazy. Some of the
I was
laws that they had.
throwing some weird facts out there, right? Like my roommate, she's from Texas and stuff, and I was telling her about things from Ohio. I was like, the top of Ohio were very flat,
Yeah.
like where I grew up, and it was because of the old glacier that came down and like smoothed out like the whole top, and that's how they formed the Great Lakes as well.
Yeah.
But like, so that whole corner of Ohio up there is completely flat, and then it became swampland, like when everything melted. And then we had to put tons of ditches up there where I grew up, and then that's how they, all the drainage and stuff. But something else wild I was telling her she did not know is you may have seen this movie. This actually took place in Ohio. Jesus, there was a runaway train in Ohio that went through Ohio like maybe like 10 years ago now.
What?
And what happened was the guy was driving the train and he got off of it to like change a switch, but instead of setting the brake, he hit like the throttle,
Oh
and
fuck.
it started rolling by itself, and it started going too fast where he couldn't jump back on it, and then they like got away from him, and it was hauling some like hazardous type material, and it went for 2 hours through Ohio, down tracks, unmanned, picking up speed like the whole time. It got to like 50 or 60 mile per hour. And
What?
yeah, it's crazy. And the funny thing is, the train number is called 8888. It was a
Oh
funny, like,
shit.
of all numbers, like this weird
Wow.
number, right? So they made a movie about this, right? And it's called Unstoppable. It has
Uh-huh.
Denzel Washington in it.
Okay.
And I can't remember the other guy's name, but that movie, the train is like number like 777 or something like that. But they, like they dramatize everything a lot.
Yeah.
But what they
Yeah.
did, I guess, is supposedly they like hooked another train to the front of it and slowed it down with its brakes. I can't remember if they hooked to the front or back. I think they hooked to the back of it, honestly. It was
So
like
they
an
had
empty engine.
they had like another engine try to catch up to it and hook
Yeah,
up to
it caught up to it
it.
and like hooked to the back of it and then
Oh
like
shit.
slowed it down that way enough so somebody could jump on the train and stop it. But it went through like almost all of Ohio.
I thought those trains were remote controlled because there's a train
I
yard.
think, yeah.
There's a train yard right by my work, and they tell us to be careful back there to like not walk on the tracks because the trains back there are remote controlled. Like someone is moving them back and forth all the time,
Hmm.
like to attach shit to them, but they're using like a remote control, like they're up on like a tower, like a long ass, like a really high tower, and they're using like an RC control or some shit, and they're like a remote control. They're fucking up there, like just fucking controlling it with the remote control and attaching shit to it. So they say like be careful being on these tracks because there's not an operator in the cab. There's like no one in there. It's just the train is moving by itself and it'll crush you because there's no one down there seeing you.
Yeah, so
That's
this happened in 2001,
that's
and
crazy.
they call it
That's
the Crazy Eights incident.
more than 10 years ago, man. That's
Yeah, I
like
couldn't remember
20
exactly how
something.
long it was. I knew it was a while back, but yeah,
That
it's
is
wild.
wild.
It was
That is
carrying
crazy.
47 cars and 2 of them are hazardous, it said. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, and it inspired the 2010 movie Unstoppable.
That is fucking nuts.
There you go.
Fuck
Go
that.
watch Unstoppable, and you can just pretend that was Ohio. But then it's funny too because right in the whole movie they call it they rename it instead of Ohio, it's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
But then they show the towns that it's going through, and then the towns are from Ohio. Like, whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Hollywood at its best.
Yeah, that's Hollywood for you for sure. But yeah, people, you can follow us at X at underscore horrible gamers. Leave us a review on iTunes, on Spotify. We appreciate them. You can also find us on Spotify and everywhere else where podcasts are played. Share us with your friends and family and find us on Facebook, Horrible Gamers Podcast. We have a page, we have a community on there as well. It is a closed group. Anything you post in there stays in there. And we have a Discord link. Discord is in the show notes. join the Discord, people. Play with us, game with us. I'm in there usually, and everyone else is in there. Join us. We are in the Discords. Big shout out to Phantom Egg for the intro music and Broke for Free for the outro music to the show. And yeah, we're just giving you guys facts today. This is the facts show.
The fact show. That's what I was getting ready to say.
we have no gaming topics. We just talk about facts all day. You guys facts. You guys are gonna be so knowledgeable after today's show.
You can take it to work, and then you can impress all your friends with the knowledge that you learn.
Yes, all these facts. Yes, all these super
you can
facts.
go be like, did you know that Oregon?
Yeah, did you know Oregon was super racist back in the day? But Oregon has a lot of white people live here, man. A lot of white people. Like I would say out of most states, like Oregon has a really large, really large white population of people. Like compared to a lot of other states, Mayo. It's kind of crazy. Mayo. Believe it or not, okay? Kind of crazy, all right? But yeah. Yeah. This is a video game podcast. What is this?
The state with the highest percentage of white people in it, Jesus, is Maine.
I would assume, something like that. Maine. I was thinking like Vermont.
They're the only ones crazy enough to go that high up in the cold weather.
Yeah.
Everybody else is like, come on.
Fuck that shit. They ain't living up there. Yeah.
It says Maine is 93%
fuck
white.
That's big, dude. That's a lot.
This is according to AI overview on Google. So
is that like based on a census or the last census or whatever they did?
Yeah. It says according to World Atlas.
No, that's crazy. I could see it though. I could definitely see Maine being the one state that has it. Yeah, but I would assume Oregon is pretty high up there. There's a lot of people up here. But now we have a lot of colored people here too, like myself. So we're good. Our diversity is coming to Oregon, okay? Now we are a super progressive state, okay, with hippies and shit. So we're good now, Mayo. Oregon's changed, okay? It's changed its ways from back in the day. All right.
It says this map says you're number 15 in the country.
See, it's pretty high out of 50 fucking states. It's in the top whatever percentage. It's pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, video games. I play games, Mayo. Do you play games?
I do.
I played some more Ready or Not this week, and I was playing on the new maps. They're kind of cool. I like them. Yeah, and that game is picking up steam on consoles. I feel like a lot of the console players are liking the game because it's different from a lot of shooters, right? It's completely different, and I think it is resonating with the community on the consoles because they're not used to having like the dark themes of the game and like how
very tactical too.
Yeah,
it's harder than like Rainbow Six. It's completely different.
Way harder.
Yeah.
And it's like a SWAT game that we haven't had in forever. Think about like I can't think of like I think the last SWAT game we had on console was maybe Rainbow Six Vegas. And that's like forever ago now. That's like more than a decade ago, that we had Rainbow Six Vegas.
Siege on consoles?
Siege is, but Siege doesn't feel like a SWAT game. It feels more like a PvP, like search and destroy kind of. Whereas this game is like a legit SWAT game. Like you can play the single player campaign and it's a SWAT. You're literally controlling the SWAT team. You're the commander and you have to tell them, hey, stack up on this door or go around to this other door and we're going to breach in 5 seconds,
Have you ever tried it that way? Like, have you played it much? A single player?
I played it a little bit. It's so hard on the single player.
Yeah, it seemed like it would be.
It's really hard.
Trying to control the AI and tell them what to do so much? Or
yes. Yeah, because you have to literally... the AI, ever since they did the one of the latest patches, the AI got a lot... Like, it has been updated to where it's pretty good AI. Like, even like the single
because
single
the
player
enemies
AI.
are really smart. So I figured the teammates you would have would be pretty smart as well. I know how the AI is and the enemies in the game.
Yeah, so the AI that you have with you is pretty smart. They will breach, in a door. Like they'll stack up on a door and they'll breach in order, and they will shoot at the enemies. And they're pretty good about like telling people to surrender, and if they don't surrender, then they give them a few warnings, and then if they don't think that they shoot them. Like they're pretty good about the AI is really good actually in the game on both sides. But the problem with the single player that I have is I don't want to learn all the commands, and there's like a long list of commands. You can
needs
tell.
remember like how the old school SOCOM had like a little headset that came with it, and then you
Yeah,
could do like voice commands.
it should have that. Like be
Something like
able to
that would be nice if you could be like,
talk to your guys like, hey guys, stack up on that door, or like breach that door, and or
'cause that's
breach and
something
frag.
you don't really see in too many video games, right? Because remember old school
Yeah,
SOCOM, right? That was one of
yeah,
their tricks, right? Like the very first one. Didn't it
yeah,
come with a headset, and then you like could talk to your teammates and tell them what to do,
yeah. That was one of the last
right?
SOCOMs that they made. Yeah, I think it was the last one they made. The game actually was sold, I think, with the headset, like with like a little
Yeah,
like
that's what I was thinking. I remember
earpiece thing.
buying it way back. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's on the PS3, I think is when it was. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that SOCOM was sold with the headset. And so yeah, I think that you're right that they should think about adding that to this game. But yeah, the console players are loving it, and I've been playing. I don't know with console players or not, but it's actually been a blast. Running through the maps and fucking the people up and doing the missions, and it's been really cool. It's kind of dark. Some of the missions are really dark and really like fucked up. Like you're like, damn, this is some dark shit going on here. But yeah, I've been
I
playing a little
think it
bit of
was on
that.
PS2 is the one I was thinking of.
Oh, you're
It's coming up on the images.
yeah. There's been a lot of SOCOM. I like the SOCOM games myself. I think they should. I think that Sony should revive that
They have so
franchise.
many good shooters over there on Sony, really, that
They
they
have
could revive.
Killzone. They have
Yeah, I was gonna say
Killzone,
Killzone and
SOCOM. Um,
what's that? Is it Resistance?
yeah, they have the Resistance. They have that mag shooter as well. Yeah, they have a few shooters that they could, if they really wanted to, they could compete with Call of Duty. I think honestly, some of their best bet would be, in my opinion, Killzone would be a good one. Resistance would be another one, or SOCOM. I mean, they can bring back SOCOM and even like change the way it is. Like you don't have to make it uh like a 4-player or whatever, or a 4-person squad tactical shooter. You can make it like a Call of Duty style game, really, like you
Hmm.
really could.
Yeah, it's far enough removed from the old games. Like people,
Yeah. You can
younger
literally
kids
make
wouldn't
it.
even know what it is. They'd just be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's a new shooter."
Yeah, you could make it like I think they could revive it as a Call of Duty style game with like missions like Call of Duty, where you're like, I don't know, saving the president or some shit or whatever, like dumb shit like that. And I think people would like it. I don't know why they haven't done that, honestly, especially with the whole argument they were having with Xbox about Call of Duty and it being removed from PlayStation and all that shit.
I think that was more an
Uh,
excuse than anything.
yeah, I think that they should really look into that. But yeah, I did play some more of that. I played a little bit more Norland. Fuck, that game is so hard now. It's so hard. It's it's like insanely hard. I don't know, like this last
Harder
patch did.
than Frostpunk.
Yeah, it is hard. Norland is so fucking hard. Like they've added so many more mechanics to the game. Like now they have a wage mechanic. So you have to pay your people, right? Like the peasants that are working. On top of that, you have to like set the wages for your military as well. And like you have to have enough gold to pay everyone. On top of that, you have to have enough gold to make deals with other cities or other kings or whatever from other areas. Um, and it's a lot of managing. It's becoming harder. And I mean, I like it because they are switching it up, right? The other game was getting kind of like, okay, I know what to do all the time. It adds a new challenge to it, but fuck, I still haven't figured it out. I'm having a hard time, but I'm trying. I'm trying to build out my military. The problem that I'm having right now is my population. So it goes up and down, and I feel like I'm like right now constantly at like 70 to 80 people in my city where I need like 120. So I'm 30 spots short in my labor force, and like sometimes I run out of food. That pisses people off. They start leaving. Sometimes I
Yeah, I can
run out
see
of
that.
sometimes I run out of resources, and I don't have enough resources to build stuff that I need to build, or like I'm trying to build like armor and weapons for my military, and I don't have enough people working to do that. Uh, and like some of the other lords start fighting with each other. Like that's the other issue that I'm having is like like so I promoted the king's daughter, right, to be like a lord, and automatically it put her as the new heir to the throne. And then I promoted the king's son to become a lord. So it was like it goes the king, the king's daughter as the princess, she's the heir to the throne, and then the king's son was third in line. Somehow the king's son started getting mad at the fucking princess, and they fucking fought each other, and he killed her so he could become the heir to the throne. And I'm like, bro, you just killed your sister to become the heir to the throne for what? Like now we lost all that knowledge. Now how to teach all the shit that she knew to the other lords. It's like fuck. And like you have all these books that you like that'll teach your lords knowledge, and that'll be like the knowledge of like random shit, man. Like how to build a workshop, how to build a paper mill, how to build a granary, how to build a field like a rye field, a vegetable field, a whatever, like random shit like that, right? Like there's
You
books
lose those by who's in command.
you don't lose the books necessarily if
I mean,
so
the
the book
ability, like
yeah.
add.
So like if say for example the king knows uh how to make a hop field, which you need hop and rye to make beer. So if the king is the only one out of all your lords that know how to that read that book, right? And he dies, that knowledge just says you're about to lose this knowledge in 2 days. And there's a timer on the book, and it says in 2 days this will be lost. And the book doesn't get destroyed in 2 days. What happens is if in 2 days no one learns that knowledge, if the hop fields like become like if they run out of they become like insufficient, like the soil in the field becomes insufficient and you have to rebuild it or repair it, you won't be able to repair it because no one knows the knowledge. So you kind of have to like every book I try to like triple up on every book, like every book I try to have 3 people know it. So if one of them dies, the other 2 know it. Problem with that is sometimes like people invade your city or you send your people out to war and they get killed in a battle, or someone invades your city and kills them, or there's an uprising in your city because somebody hates that person and they want that guy dead, so they go attack him and kill him. And so like that's the issue there. Like you can lose knowledge really, really, really fast. And if you don't have enough lords, like if only one guy is left alive, he can only study one book at a time. So if he didn't know everything from like the get-go, you're gonna have a hard time teaching that one person everything, because then your field stop working, then the other shit stops
Right. Well, you
working.
kind of plan for one way, right? Like you're
Yeah,
planning, knowing what's coming up, and then if it changes on you so abrupt,
yeah,
then you're like, oh
yeah.
shoot, then you're playing catch up.
That's exactly the thing that happens. Also, sometimes when there's like a riot, because there'll be riots in the city where like it'll be like, hey, your prisoners are about to riot because they're pissed off that you're not feeding them enough or whatever. Like you haven't given them any alcohol, so they're getting rowdy and they're getting really pissed off at you. And there's a lot of your population of prisoners is really high, and they realize how big of a number they are, so they're about to riot. You need to appease them by like either releasing prisoners, or like feeding them more or something. So like if you don't address the issue before, like it'll warn you, hey, the people are starting to get mad. Like they don't like the fact like these people are moving into the city, like this other race of people, and you're like, okay, fuck. And it says they're asking for you to either start arresting these people, or they will riot against them. So like they'll like then all of a sudden if you don't address that, if you don't start arresting the people that they want you to arrest, then boom, a riot breaks out, and there'll be like multiple factions of enemies. Like they kind of look like enemy squads, kind of like a military squad. It'll pop up on your screen in your city, and there'll be multiples of them. Like it'll be one here and one over here. So you try to like when it starts, you call up your army, but even sometimes some of your warriors will join the rioters. So like your whole army won't be available to you because some of your soldiers are also rioting, and you're like, what the fuck? So the issue that happens there is now you have people outnumbering your soldiers, and your soldiers have to fight harder to quell the protests or whatever. The other
When
thing,
they're rioting, do they like destroy some of your stuff?
yes,
Okay.
that's the other fucking issue. They start rioting, Mayo. Well, guess what? These people live in this house. We don't like these people. We're gonna burn their fucking house down. So they start burning the house down. That house catches the next house on fire. The next house catches on fire. Then the next one catches on fire. Now you have 4 houses on fire, and you're
The
like, oh
fire
fuck.
department's out there rioting with them, so
Yeah,
nobody's
you're
putting it
like,
out.
you're like, well, the problem is there is no fire department, so the fire just kind of has to burn out, right? And the problem is like sometimes people will die in the fires because they're in their house when the fire starts and they die. So now you're also losing population because people are dying because there's fires and they're dying in their house. There's people beating them up, and then sometimes they'll like be against your king, or they'll be again like, hey, we hate the princess or we hate the queen because she's a bitch. Fuck the queen. We want the queen to be dead. So they'll go and attack the queen, and your military will be trying to protect her, right? But then they're like, okay, we can't really attack the queen because they're being protected. Let's burn the fucking lords' houses down. They start burning all the houses of the lords down, and then they start burning the fucking library, which you only have one of, and that's where all your books are stored. That's where the knowledge is. And if your library gets burnt, that's when it really fucks with you because then you really will lose knowledge because the books will burn. And like when you rebuild it, you may have some of the books that are, like saved or whatever, like they didn't burn. But a lot of your books will burn. And now you have to rebuy these books. Next time the trader comes around, you have to rebuy all this knowledge from the trader again. And you're like, fuck. Or if somebody knows it, like say like one of your lords that survives knows the knowledge, they can write that book.
Can they write it down?
Yes, they can rewrite the book, but the problem with that is it takes time for them to rewrite the book, and so like that's a time consuming, right? Because you're using resources to write the book, using up paper. Paper is used to give out commands to like the managers of the city. You give them paper, and they send out all the orders to like, hey, you guys need to produce 50 armor. You guys need to produce more metal. You guys need to produce more coal. You guys need to produce more wheat and more food, So they're the managers of the city that, you give them paper for them to send out the orders. So like paper is a very important resource when it comes to like managing a bigger city, right? Because you have these city managers that work for you and they need paper to be able to hand out the orders. If they don't have paper, then guess what? Orders don't get sent out, and all of a sudden your city stops producing everything, or like it produces way less of everything because orders aren't being handed out. So people that are working don't know they're supposed to be making 100 food. They only make 10 food because they're like, oh, we didn't know we had to make 100 food. We just made 10 today. Sorry. And you're like, oh, fuck, now I have a shortage of food. People are dying from malnutrition. So it's kind of like all snowballs, dude. So you kind of have to like be always on top of your city, on top of your shit, like making sure everything's running kind of smooth, on top of dealing with diplomacy with the other fucking kings, that they hate you or they want to attack you or whatever, On top of that, you have the other kings that want to fucking fight you. And on top of that, you have the church that you have to keep happy. Because if you piss off the church, then the fucking guy who's like the priest, because the priest will come from the church to your city and he'll live there. And the priest will fucking like start a riot against your king. It'll be like, hey, the priest isn't happy with the way things are going around here. He's about to riot against your king. You need to make him happy. And it's like, how do I make him happy? I don't know how to make this fucker happy. Well, next thing you know, there's a fucking riot and he wants to kill your king, And these priests aren't like hobos either. They have like really good weapons and armor, because they come equipped from the church. And their combat level is really high usually. Their combat is usually like a level 9 or 10, so that's a really high combat level. Usually compared to like your king, which is like might be a level 6, 7, or 8. If you're trying to fight a dude that's level 10, he's gonna kick your ass sometimes, especially if he has better weapons and gear than you. But yeah, so that's that game. I like it though, and I'm looking forward to seeing what else they do. Obviously, they probably got to do some balancing patches or whatever. So right now it feels a little too hard, but who knows? Maybe people like it that way. I don't know. Besides that though, I've also been playing some more Death Stranding. I'm kind of up to where Gunny said he was at. where he started the Eastern Distribution Center or whatever in Australia, and I'm at that mission. So my mission now is to go back to like the West Fort Knott, pick up like a lot of materials and take them all the way across the map, literally all the way across the map to the eastern side of Australia and deliver them to get that facility up and running. Um, it's gonna take me a while to do that. I think maybe not so long because I have built a lot of roads. I'm still building roads, taking forever.
Yes,
But
we went to that last week. You're the road builder.
I'm the road builder. But yeah, I'm trying to build more roads. Problem is, I'm gonna have to do this mission. I want to do this mission. I kind of want to start getting the story rolling along. I feel like I've been stuck in this loop of doing side quests for too long. So now I'm like, all right, I feel like I'm good enough with my gear. I should maybe keep moving forward. And so I'm starting to saying, okay, fuck this all this side shit. I'm gonna start moving forward, and I think I'm gonna try to connect that fucking facility or whatever to the Chiral network and see what happens from there. But yeah, still playing that game. Still impressed by it. Yeah, that game is fun. It's just a chill game, dude. I just put on the music in the game because the game now has like a in-game like kind of like an MP3 player, but in the game, right? Like you unlock music in the game and it'll like you can put it on a playlist and like just hit play and it'll automatically play the music for you and you're just chilling, driving around or whatever, hiking or whatever the fuck you're doing. And the music will play and you're chilling. The only downside to it though is when you leave the network, like you drive out of like a zone where like the Chiral network is, the music will stop because it'll be like, oh, you drove out of the Chiral network. You're not in the network anymore, so the music stops playing. Or when you run into enemies or you kind of drive by an enemy base, the music will stop because it'll be like enemies are nearby. So like the music kind of cuts out. Which is kind of lame, but it's whatever. I'm kind of used to it by now. But yeah, I want to play more of that for sure. Besides all that, I played some more Call of Duty.
Oh, you got back into that a little bit, huh?
Yeah, there's new maps out, I guess. I don't know. I played on some new fucking maps, which is kind of nice, kind of refreshing from the past. Played on some new maps. I'm pretty much almost max prestige, which is what I'm trying to reach before the new one comes out. So just kind of been playing it here off and on. I think this weekend was double XP weekend. I did play a few matches on the double XP weekend. And I finished the Beavis and Butthead event or whatever, but I didn't unlock the premium stuff. So I only got like the hobo shit for it. If you unlock like if you pay, I think it's like, I don't know, $20 or whatever for the premium stuff, you unlock like the skin of Beavis and Butthead, like their skins. You unlock some other shit, some backgrounds and title cards and whatever emblems. But I'm not interested in that. I'm not a big Beavis and Butthead fan.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, I've seen it before and I've watched the movies or whatever, but I'm not a big fan of it. I feel like that's more
like come and gone a long time ago. I feel like
it's like more like a boomer thing, right? Like I feel like it is. But there is like a reboot. I know there is because right now I think Beavis and Butthead is running right now on TV. But it's like a new version of it, like a reboot. I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is on TV right now, but I think it's a reboot of it.
I think I've seen it channel surfing a couple times.
Yeah,
I've gone past it, but never like clicked on it.
I've never watched any of the new ones either, so I don't know if it's like the same or.
I never even watched much of the old ones, so I couldn't.
Yeah, the old one wasn't that good. I mean, honestly, like I said, the movies were okay. I remember watching the movies as a kid, thinking they were kind of funny.
There was shock value for a while there, they're like, oh, I can't believe they said that, at the time.
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of like whatever.
Yeah. Besides that though, on the PC, I ended up buying Red Dead Redemption 2 again on Steam.
That's kind of funny because something I was going to talk about this week, I bought Red Dead 2 on PS5.
Really? I bought it on Steam. I was going to buy it on the PS5 Pro, but I'm hearing that there's a PS5 Pro version being like made or like a PS5 version being made. So I'm like, I know when they drop that PS5 version, I'll probably spend another fucking $50 or $60 and buy the PS5 version. I know
Right. Maybe
myself.
I'll get a free upgrade then,
You
or a
probably
$10 upgrade.
you get a free upgrade or a $10 one, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I paid 15 for it on sale.
so there you go,
So
yeah. And like I said, I might still buy it on the PS5 because I have the PS5 Pro, so it probably runs really good on there. Um, but yeah, I bought it on Steam. It was on sale for the same price, $15. I think it's $15 on everything right now because it's the sales that are going on. I think they just reduced it to
mhm.
$15. Which is weird, right? Because they're still selling the multiplayer version of it, like the multiplayer only for $20 on Steam, but they're selling the full game, the deluxe edition of the game for $20. And I'm like, why the fuck would I buy the multiplayer only?
Right.
So I ended up buying the deluxe edition again. I think
Maybe it comes with some extra like online currency or something, maybe as a
maybe,
bonus.
but it's only the online. You cannot play the single player with that
Mhm.
version at all, which is weird, right? The online wasn't that big, anyways. But so I ended up buying the deluxe again on Steam, and dude, I got into it, and like I played it for about half an hour only, and
Mhm.
I'm still so amazed at the
Oh my
level of
gosh, I was getting ready to talk about
detail of
that.
that
Yes.
fucking game, dude.
I when, I played it for a little bit on the PS5, and, I'm like, "Okay, this is where it's meant to be played on the PlayStation originally," so I'm playing it on the PS5 controller, and when you first get out of the winter area, when you kinda start going with your posse, we kinda, like, stop for some reason, and I'm like all of a sudden, like, the horse takes a big old crap, like, right on the screen, the camera's, like, zoomed right in on it, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, the detail in this game," you know?
It's so
You
amazing
got
though. Like
you
I
got
was in
horse
like
balls, and he's taking a big old crap right there on screen when you stop moving, and I'm like,
yeah,
the details are crazy.
I was playing it, and I think I was on some kind of save file. I think I ended up downloading a modded save file that had like the entire game completed, except for like it had like all the upgraded like hunted, like where you have to go hunt for like the legendary animals.
Yeah.
So I think I downloaded a mod a long time ago that had all those things like the upgraded fucking skins or whatever. So I didn't want to hunt everything. I was like, fuck it, I download a mod that has all that shit. And I so the game picked up. It found my save files from the other Red Dead on my PC on the
Probably the
Rockstar launcher.
Rockstar. Yeah, like, I have that one as well.
So it found the save files from that. It automatically loaded that up, and I was on a mission to go bounty hunt like some dude like was camping out in the forest, and I had to
Mhm.
go arrest him or whatever, dead or alive. And like I was just walking around, I'm like, dude, this is so amazing. Like it's so beautiful. Like it was foggy, Mayo. It was dark at night. It was
Mhm.
foggy. I'm out there with my fucking rifle, like going through this dude's camp, and then he came up. Him and his posse rolled up as I was going through their camp investigating. His posse rolls up, and then I'm like, "Oh fuck, I gotta hide." So then I hid, and then they saw me. Then a big shootout happened. But I'm like, "Fuck, this game is so like so immersive."
It is. It's so, like, weird too because even the stuff, like, with your hat, I kept
Yeah,
losing my hat, and then I'm like, the
you
mission
get
would be
knocked
like,
off your
"Come on, Arthur,
horse.
come on," and I'm, like, going the opposite direction to go find my hat. I'm like, "Fuck
Yeah,
you, I'm finding my hat," you know,
yeah,
and they're back there going, "Come on, Arthur, hurry up," and I'm like, they're just
yeah,
looking for my hat. It
yeah.
doesn't show it on the map, right? Like, you just gotta find
No,
it?
you just gotta find it. Yeah, or you could put
Yeah,
on
like
other people's hats.
yeah, I've been lucky so far to keep finding it, but, like,
But
I
your
literally just
hat.
ignore it. I'm,
One
like,
thing
ignoring you guys. I'm getting my hat, dang it.
One thing about your clothing though, like your hats, they will be stowed on your horse. Like, so if you ever do lose it and you want to just replace it, you can go on your horse and it'll be under the items
Yeah, because you
tab.
can save, what, 3
Yeah,
of them,
yeah, and it'll
like,
save it
3
to your
outfits?
horse. Yeah. But fuck, dude, I was like, and then I found this house in the middle of like the woods, and I go in there and like it's all abandoned, and I'm just looking through the house, and I'm like, this is so beautiful, dude. Like, just the level of detail in like the fucking wood, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the like?
This
Why can't more games be like this? I'm like,
and this
this is
time
so
around,
fucking crazy.
I I was switching to first person view going through the houses.
Yeah,
I don't know if
it's
you've ever tried
immersive.
that. And I'm like,
First
I
person is
forgot all
cool.
about the game having first person view. So then I was like switching because it's easier to kind of see what's going on when you're walking through the
Yeah.
house. I'm like, and the one time I didn't change it back. So when you first do the one mission where you're on the wagon, you'll remember this. Is when you first head into your new settlement, you're Arthur and you're controlling the wagon. You go through some water and the wheel falls off. I had that all in first person view, and that was so cool looking. I'm like, you can see the horses in front of you, and you just see the reins and stuff. I'm like, this is really nice. You know?
The game
And I'm
is
like, I totally
completely
forgot. You could just play through that whole game in first person view, I think.
yeah, that game
It
is
changed it so much.
completely different in first person. It is a complete different game. Like it's much more immersive. And I'm with you there. Like yeah, the first person mode does change it a lot. But yeah, man, playing that shit, I'm like, fuck, I cannot imagine how good GTA 6 is gonna look, dude. If this game looks this good even now, 5 years later, or 6, 7 years later, when it came out like 2019 or whatever, 2018, whenever the fuck it came out, if it still looks this good and holds up against the games out nowadays, it still looks better than games that are coming out now, dude. I don't know how they fucking did it. Like that is some wizardy magic ash shit that they have over there at Rockstar. Their artists are insane. But like fuck, dude, like shooting people, like when you shoot them you can see the bullet holes in the people. Like like you shoot the guy in the arm, you see the arm like fucking fling back, and then you see their arm is bleeding and you can see the bullet hole in their fucking arm, or like you shoot someone in the head, you see their fucking brains fly out. You're like, what the fuck? You shoot someone in the chest and they kind of stumble back and they try to get up and walk away, and they're like all fucking bleeding everywhere. And then eventually they'll like die, if they don't make it somewhere, they'll like fucking fall over and die, and then they're all fucking gurgling and shit. You're like, God damn. Um,
Yeah, right?
and like you're like, this is so fucking crazy. Like it's fucking immersive as fuck. And I was thinking maybe I should start a whole playthrough again and just this time around play it like really slow. Like just fuck it, take my complete time with it and play it slow. Like like do everything that I want to do. Like
Yeah, I need to. Like, I give up on it. Like, I start playing for a while. Then when the game opens up so much,
yeah,
I start kind of wavering. I started like, okay, I'll play it later.
yeah.
Like
It
when it
does feel
loses
overwhelming.
direction. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
kind of like, I don't know what I want to do today. And I'll
yeah.
hop on and I just go into town for no reason. I'll just be like, I'm just gonna go in there and just scoot around a little bit. Then I'll just like turn it off. So then I would get away from it after a while. But I need to try to stick with it. I thought I'd try it, or try it on the PS5 to see how it's meant to be on the PlayStation, and
Yeah.
maybe just because I can chill on the couch, I'd stick to it some more. But it's kind of been the same. I haven't turned it on for about 3 or 4 days now.
And
But
it
I
looks
was playing it a lot
beautiful.
first. Yeah.
It looks beautiful on the ultra wide on the old. It looks fucking insane. Like I said, man, it is like one of the best looking games. It's literally one of the best looking games I've ever seen in my life. I really can't think of many games that hold a candle to Red Dead Redemption 2. Like I can't think of other games that do like look so well. You
Hmm.
know, I can see maybe like some of the PlayStation first party games. Like I could argue that like maybe God of War Ragnarok looks just
Yeah.
as good.
Everybody says Horizon Zero Dawn, The Forbidden West looks really, really good.
It
And
does.
I
I
own it and I
just,
just can't get myself to play that game.
I just, it's not as good as Red Dead. The Red Dead still seems more detailed, just more minute details that they have in Red Dead. It's more immersive. I feel like more detailed. Um,
It's like the little side things, the interaction with the
yeah,
environment and
the people when you walk around town, everything seems more realistic in Red Dead. I don't know how they do it, but that world seems like a livable, you're in a world that's being lived in. You're not just in some empty open world, right? Like this open world feels like you're immersed in another universe. Like you're time traveled back to the Wild West is what it feels like. It really does. That's what it feels
Mhm.
like. It feels like that fucking show Westworld, where like you're like you go and you stepped into Westworld and you're role playing as a fucking cowboy in the Wild West, and that's what that game feels like. Whereas, say you play like I don't know, like Star Wars Outlaws, it yes, it is open world, and yes, it does, have like some immersion in some of the big cities, but like it's it's not the same. In Red Dead, when I go into town, the NPCs will be doing different shit. Whereas in Star Wars Outlaws, I go into town, the guards are always staying in the same spot. People are always kind of in the same spot. You know what I mean? Where in Red Dead Redemption 2, I walked into a bar and some dude kind of gave me shit for something that I did earlier in the game. He was like, "Oh, you're back, you piece of shit," and I'm like, "What the fuck? Fuck you!" So I was like, "Fuck you!" Instead of antagonizing, I told him off. And then I'm in the bar and I'm eating some catfish and I'm drinking whiskey or whatever. And then I look over and some dude is passed out on the fucking table. He's like passed out, snoring on the table, drunk as fuck, just passed out. He's just passed out late on the table, dude, just fucking drunk as shit. I'm like, that's fucking funny, dude. Like I don't know how many games that do shit like that where like that won't be there every time. Like maybe next time I
Right.
go in there, that will not be there. You know what I mean? It'll be a different scene, you know?
I know when I was going
Um,
to Valentine the last time I played it, there was two guys by a tree, right? And I stopped and they were like, "Hey, get out of here!" And I'm like, kind of just looked at him, and he's like, "I won't warn you again." And then I started to walk away, but I didn't get on my horse yet. And then they're like, "All right, that's enough." Then they just turned red. You know, the dots on the map turned red, and they like started to attack me. So then I just got into a fist fight with them, and I beat them to a pulp and left them laying on the road there. You know. And I just jumped on my horse and rode away. You know, took their money they had. And
yeah.
there's some other wagon come rolling up by and they're just like, "Hey, what's going on over here?" And I just kept on going. You know, I'm like, I don't know, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, like that game. Ah, fuck, I love that game, dude. I
Yeah.
fucking love Red Dead. I got it. Like I said, I had no issue buying it again on sale. I'm like, I love the game so much that I know I'm gonna play it, and I wanted to play it on. The reason I bought it on Steam is because I want to play it on my Steam Deck,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I'll play it on my Steam Deck for sure now because now it'll run on my Steam Deck. You know, earlier there was a workaround with the Rockstar launcher that you could make it run on Steam Deck, but it was like a whole hassle. If you just own it on Steam, it just runs on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, yeah,
You could have bought it on PS5 and played it on your Portal.
yeah, I could have done that too. Yeah. Um, and yeah, speaking of the portal, I was using that the other day to play some Death Stranding too.
Mhm.
And that portal, man, it's so impressive. Like the fucking speakers on that thing are really good. Like speakers on the Steam Deck are pretty good, but the ones on the portal are like even better. And I think it's the positioning of the speakers because the speakers on the portal are like above the portal, like they're on the top of the screen. So it sounds like the noise is louder because
I
the
mean
fucking speakers are on the top.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
Sony is always pretty decent about speakers and stuff, you know? Like,
Yeah, I guess
I wouldn't
they
consider
do
them as,
now.
like, a cheap brand, you know? Like, they know
Yeah,
audio a little bit, at least.
yeah, yeah, they do. I guess
They're
yeah,
not like an audiophile, you know, fan, you know, like, an
yeah,
audiophile wouldn't be a fan of 'em, but, I mean, they're up there.
yeah,
I mean, you know, for most
yeah. I
people.
mean, they made the Walkman and shit. You know, one of the most iconic music devices ever. You know? So yeah, and they make headphones and shit. But yeah, so like, but yeah, their audio is really good on that thing. I'm like, for as thin as the screen is, the Portal is kind of impressive on how good the audio sounds on that thing. Um, so yeah, then it's so comfortable. Like it's just a really comfortable device, and it's just the way the controller, the grips are because it's like you're holding the PlayStation controller, but you're not holding the PlayStation. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
It's a little longer, right? Because you're
yeah,
holding each
yeah.
side and you got the screen in the middle.
But the positioning of the screen is great. I like how they kind of have it to where the controllers are kind of up high on the screen, so like the screen is like the top is flush, so to like flush on the top, so it moves the screen down a little bit, but the positioning of it is really good. It feels comfortable. It feels good to hold. Even more comfortable than the Steam Deck, I would say. Way lighter than the Steam Deck, that's for sure. But yeah, like I said, I really was just wowed by Red Dead. I'm like, fuck, dude, like this is crazy. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know how many games like this. Like I wonder, will the next Fable look this good? Will Fable 4 even like come close to this type of shit?
yeah,
Or
that's an interesting thought. Like, I never thought of that.
you
It's
know?
funny that you played Red Dead 2, you know, like because we haven't talked about throughout the week really that much. And that's what I was playing this weekend when you said it was like kind of funny. But yeah, I never really thought about comparing that to like Fable, like
Like
how the
your
new
new
Fable would be.
Fable, yeah, or like anything new that's coming out from Microsoft. Like think about like the next Elder Scrolls game. Like how good is the next Elder Scrolls going to look? Is it going to be like a Starfield level good or better? You know, like you would think it has to be better, right? But you're
Yeah,
like
you would think.
knowing Bethesda though, I'm like I don't think it will
Yeah.
look that much
Well,
better.
we talked before the show. I talked about that message I sent you, the YouTube
Yeah,
video, like if Bethesda made Red Dead, and it shows
yeah,
like
oh
the
yeah.
still, like the people in the environment are like all still, and you walk up to them and it shows them turning around. It's like,
And
hello,
then it talk,
traveler.
yeah, talking to you have to select the dialogue to
Yeah,
reply to them.
yeah.
Yeah,
And they just look at
yeah.
you blankly and everything. Where Red Dead's, just so smooth.
I
But
like I said,
yeah,
I wouldn't know what it's gonna look like, and I hope that it looks. Fuck, I wish every game looked this good. Honestly,
I mean, that's kind of like a bar's kind of say. I mean, if Fable would come out now and I would like compare it to Red Dead and it's
yeah,
worse, like it's like you guys, Red Dead came out in 2018,
yeah,
like
like 7 years ago. Yeah, exactly. You're like, and I guess you can argue, Microsoft can argue, well, they worked on Red Dead for so long, right? Like
well, they've
there's
had
only
Fable
and it's
for
only one game they're working on. But it's like, no, your team is only working on Fable for the last 5 years or whatever the fuck they've
okay,
been
but
doing. You
they
know,
could
like,
have they could work on it longer. When was the last Fable
yeah,
game?
yeah,
They've
exactly.
had a long time to make a new Fable.
Yeah,
That
so
game could be the greatest game ever if they would have been making it since the last Fable game.
exactly right. It's Fable 3
It'd be
on
a
the 360 on the
500 gig
360.
download. Yeah, it'd be a 500 gig download and it could be a completely immersive game. Like,
Yeah,
come on, you got enough time to do something like that.
I agree. But yeah, like I said, I was really impressed by it. Speaking of that though, and all that shit, stuff we played or whatever. Also, I forgot to mention, I got a new phone, man.
Oh yeah, we talked about this a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, so I ended up switching from iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
I've ditched the iPhone and I'm Android all the way now, Mayo.
Okay.
I actually ended up buying the Galaxy Fold 7.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was. I don't know. I started watching videos on it and I started watching videos on the other one, the Flip 7 and the Fold, and I'm like, that looks kind of cool. Like I'm like, kind of want one of these. And I started looking
Yeah.
at both of them.
My
The
last
Flip,
one, I got tired of it after a while. Like my screen started to mess up, like down
yeah.
the road. Like I was telling you in our chat, like get a warranty on it or insurance,
Oh, I definitely
because
have.
they
Yeah.
only the crappy thing about Samsung is they only give you like a 1 year warranty on them. So it's like after that 1 year, you're like on your own, like so.
Yeah. So I have whatever. I'm paying AT&T for the insurance on it every month,
But it's a cool
which
phone.
it is expensive for the insurance. But I'm like, it's also a $2,000 fucking phone. I think I would risk paying the $18 a month for this shit to cover a $2,000 fucking phone. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? This thing costs more than my first car, dude. I mean, fuck. But I ended up getting it, and I fucking love it, dude. It really, I've been impressed by it so far. Like, I'm still adjusting to the whole Android thing. I don't know how.
Yeah, I can see that because
Like, I don't know how to use some of this shit, some of the fucking apps. I'm like, I don't fucking don't know how to figure this out. Because I've been so used to iPhone for the last fucking 15 years of my life. Um,
something I did not like, and
yeah,
you probably have this on your phone already, is they did an update on mine. Like I have the newest Ultra. They changed the drag down on the top, right? You have to drag down from one corner. You can turn that off on your own, like through some settings. And you're probably not really sure what I'm talking about because you're used to Apple. But they used to have it
yeah,
like on like separate panels and some of the information, and now it's like, or maybe it's the other way around. It's like all in one, and then you can separate it. Like it's just weird how they did it on the new one. A lot of people didn't like it on the new update, saying you can revert it back, but you just have to go to the settings and try and mess with it. But that
and
that's
it
something you
looks
may not mind.
it
The other
looks the
thing I think
same
is
as the iPhone.
really, really nice, something I always liked about the folding phone and some of the Samsungs, is learn how to have two apps on screen at the same time. And it's almost like two windows, and you can control them each individually. It's pretty cool. I think you on the left side on the bottom of your screen, there's like a little icon down there, and you hit that, and you drag up an app that you want on there, and you can have two apps completely running simultaneously, and you can click on each one and move around on each one, like navigate through it. It's like it's on its full page, just a smaller screen, and then you can adjust the size of the app, so you can move things around. It's really cool.
Oh, whoa! I'm doing that right now. That's fucking cool.
And then you can go from and you can do it left to right or top to bottom. So where they come together in the center, there's a couple little dots. You can click on that and you can close one or the other, or you can change the orientation to make them on left and right or up and down. I like left and right.
Dope. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
cool
I like the unfolding screen. It feels like you're going from a phone to a tablet, kind of. I like that feeling of it.
It makes
you
Facebook and stuff feel really different. Like when you go on Facebook or social media, you're like, "Whoa, this is so big!" It's like looking at it on a tablet. You know? You're
yeah,
like,
That's why I
so
said
much to push so much more.
it feels like a tablet. That's what I like, So it feels like a tablet when you open it up and all that shit. So I'm enjoying it.
Are you going to, speaking on the gaming side of things, are you going to get, or did you get the Google Plus subscription?
I haven't seen that yet.
Mine came with it. I have Verizon, and it came with my Verizon. I forgot the name of what they call it. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up here and look.
Oh, it's on the games.
Yeah, they probably know what I'm talking about, but it's under the Play Store. It's called, I want to say it's like Play Plus. It just says Play, and then it says P dot 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 dot. It's on the far left. They give you a bunch of free games. Like right now, Streets of Rage is on here, and a couple other ones. I get it through Verizon. They give you a ton of free games, and it changes every month.
Yeah, there's a lot of games. I guess there's a lot of games on here. Huh?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe not so much as Apple Arcade. I think Apple Arcade probably had a little more, but there's some good ones that pop up on there.
But yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying it so far. I ended up getting the Galaxy Watch as well. The classic or whatever, the classic 8. But it still hasn't arrived. They had to ship that one to me.
Okay, that just came out, right?
Yeah, that one just came out too.
Yeah, because I have a 7 Ultra.
Yeah, so I got the classic 8, and then I got the Fold 7, and
then did you get it with its own line, or did you get just like the one that connects to your phone?
No, that went its own line.
Okay, yeah, because mine has its own line too, and it's so much nicer that way. Because like you can walk away from your phone and
so I got it that way. Yeah, surprisingly they had the Fold 7 in stock, and so yeah, that was. I got the 256 gig. I wanted the 512, but the chick was like, if you want the 512, we have to order it. And you know me, I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm already here. I don't want to wait. I'm just going to get the other one. Just fuck it. And
I think that's what my Ultra is. And the funny thing about that is the Ultras still have an SD card slot in the bottom. So I can add,
more memory to it.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't remember if the Folds do or not.
No, they don't. Especially this one don't.
Yeah, my Ultra has an SD slot still in the bottom.
But I figured 256 gig. I don't think I'm gonna go over that. I mean, I doubt it. I've had 512s on the iPhones forever, and I've never gone past 180 to 190
yeah, the biggest
gigs.
thing is pictures.
That's
so much.
But I tend to back up on my shit like that, like into a Drive or OneDrive or Google Drive or whatever. So I'm okay with the 256. I think, and I'll be fine with it. But yeah, I'm excited to get the watch. I think it arrives tomorrow, it said on the shipping. So I'm excited to try that out. And it's a big difference, man, from, iPhone to Android. But I think I'm going to stick with this for a couple of years and see what it's like. I think I'll get used to it and enjoy it.
Yeah, I think you will as well. There's a lot of, watch some YouTube videos on the features and stuff, like I said, about that whole split screen thing. And there's some other things. You have that little side panel. I don't know if they tell you about that a whole lot, but you can add things to that and change that around and do stuff like that. You can change the lighting.
I have to learn all that shit because I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can change around on it.
I mean, the phone
is where it's at.
The phone is still telling me to set it up all the way. It's like, you still haven't set this up all the way. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't know how. I don't know how. I'm a boomer on this shit. I don't know how to fucking set this goddamn tech shit
up.
Like,
you're going to be handing it to your daughter pretty soon. Be like, set this up.
But yeah, I'm trying to. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I ended up getting It's funny. They were trying to sell me a phone protector at the store with like a case. And it was like $90 or $80. I'm like, no way, dude. I told the chick, I'm I'm like, ain't no way I'm paying $80. So
Yeah,
as I told her, I
Verizon's
was,
the same way. I go in the store and they're like, "Hey,
I'm
you
like,
want to buy a case for $90?" Now I'm like, "No, I'll just go to Amazon and buy
that's
one
what
for
I
like
told her. It's
15."
exactly what I'm like, look, I'm just gonna go to Amazon and order one for like $15. And she was laughing. She's like, I get it. But I ended up buying this it's like a clear case or whatever.
Mhm.
It's not bad. I mean, it was
They're a
cheap.
little tricky with the hinge. The cases are a little weird at first,
And this
getting
one,
them set up.
this one doesn't have it like the hinge is open.
Yeah, it doesn't cover it. Yeah, I see
It
it.
doesn't cover it, so like it's just this part and this part.
Mhm.
The only downside to this case, I guess, is that I mean, it's clear. It doesn't really. I don't think it really has much drop protection. Maybe it does. I don't know. But
Something I always kind of look for in the
uh,
case is like when you lay it down
fingerprints.
on a table, you don't get kind of wobble. Like, because of the
Yeah,
camera on one side, it doesn't like when you fold it open
yeah. This
on
one
the
has the
notes.
fucking wobble.
Yeah, it has like you can find ones that kind of like are designed a little different where it won't wobble when you lay
Well,
it flat.
I think I'm gonna get the Samsung one. There's a
I've
Samsung
done a couple of
case.
Samsung cases, yeah.
There's a Samsung case for this phone specifically. It's called the Samsung Grip. And you see how the camera sticks up right here?
Mhm.
Down here, they have like another bump sticking
Bump,
up.
yeah, that's the ones I had. So there, I also had one that was like leather. And it's actually
Yeah.
like a leather case. It was a nicer quality. It would get
So
dirty easier, but it's nice having a leather case.
I
It
was
was nice.
thinking, I was like, I might upgrade to that eventually to the Samsung Grip one or whatever. But right now, like all these cases are sold out. Like you go to Amazon, you might find some of
Yeah,
them,
it's new.
but a lot of them are sold out because it's a new phone. So everyone's kind of buying it. I went with the black phone. I know the blue looks really nice, but I was like, I'll go with the black one for now. I had a white iPhone, so I was like, I'll go with the black Samsung.
Yeah, mine's like
And
silver. Like mine's not that
yeah,
old either. Like I got it pretty, like maybe 5 months ago or something like that.
yeah. So I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited to see what this does. I mean, in terms of being a Galaxy phone or whatever, like it's obviously top of the line shit right now. So hopefully it'll last me a while.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it'll last a while. As
Yeah.
long as your screen doesn't mess up on you, that's the biggest worry about those. But
Yeah,
like I
but
said,
like
just
the chick said, she's like the screen will get replaced for free. Like if it breaks with the
mhm.
insurance, she's like we'll cover it for free. She's like now, she's like if you, she's like she said something about like if you break the phone completely, you have to pay the deductible or whatever. But it's whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, the biggest thing, like that little screen protector starts to kind of peel in the center from opening and
Yeah,
closing it a lot, and that's kind of like then if you peel that protector off, which you can, like I ended up doing on mine on like the later stages of life of mine, and it was fine. But then down the road, the phone started acting up, and my problem when my phone started happening was my screen was fine after I took the protector off, but every time I would open it, it would tell me my SIM card was disconnected, and then if I closed it, it would be fine. Like, or I'd have to restart my phone. Like it was acting weird. So then I ended up getting rid of it and trading in on this Ultra.
nice. I mean, if it wasn't this phone that I was gonna get, I would have got the Google Pixel 10.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wanted to
I
ditch
like
the.
I like the
I like
Samsung phones a little better than the Google phones. Me personally, I don't know what it is about the Google phones I don't like. They're just a little bit different,
Yeah,
and
I
I just
mean,
like the Samsung ones better.
yeah, I just got tired of iPhone. I don't know what it is about iPhone. I just was like, you know
Change
what, I
it up.
want to change it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been doing this week. Just been chilling. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I've been playing. I can't think of anything else that I played. Um, yeah, I can't think of anything else, man.
All right. Yeah, I've been living the retro life over here, Jesus. I
Oh,
I was gonna start it off by Red Dead, going back in time, playing this cowboy over here, playing Arthur, going through and made it, I bought it a couple of days ago, or well, about a week ago, I guess, like maybe after the podcast last week on the Sony summer sale they had going on.
yeah.
And I seen it on there for $15, and I'm like, why not? You know? And then I kind of started playing it, and I got through the snow area, and I got to Valentine, and did a couple of missions over there, and I turned it off, and I haven't really been on there since. But we talked a lot about Red Dead already, like how good it is. But as I was messing around with my PlayStation, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get PS Plus again. Like I haven't had it for a little while. There's a couple good games in there I never really finished kind of dive back in. I just found out from my doctor the other day that I'm going to be off for an extra month. So now I still have 2 more months to go. So I'm like, man, I'm going to need to kill some time. So I was like, I'm going to get PS Plus again. and find some games on there to play. And so I ended up getting the premium version of Plus this time around. Before I just had the middle tier, like the Plus whatever.
Yeah.
And now I got like the premium. Jesus, I'm moving up in the world now. You know, we're rocking the premium stuff now. And the premium gives you a lot of older games, right? So then I got on this kick. I'm like, I'm gonna go play some of these old games and see how these games hold up. So this is my retro life, right? Um, well, actually, what started everything? I started playing Red Dead, and then I ended up downloading Sonic Frontier, I think it's called. I'm like, it's on PS Plus, why not, right? And so I downloaded it. I played it for like 10 minutes, and I'm like, this game is not for me. Like, I wasn't liking it, and I don't know if it was like the game was messing up or what, but like they're showing cutscenes and it was having like screen tearing effects and stuff, like it was glitching. But I think it was supposed to be by design, but it was really hard to tell. Like it was like not acting so much like it was supposed to be doing something like that, but it kept having like this random like glitching and tearing. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I wasn't too worried about the story or whatever. I wanted to see how the game played. And unfortunately, like right away, I just wasn't really feeling the gameplay. Like it starts off, it's kind of behind the view and you're moving down through a little course, but you can't like deviate anywhere, right? You just got the set course, right? You just got to make the
Yeah.
jump and hit the enemies and not fall in the holes, collect the rings. And then occasionally you would hit a ramp, right? And it would kind of turn to a side view and it would show you go through the ramp and then it would go back to a 3D view. But again, your 3D view is incredibly linear. And I'm like, okay, grab the coins, get to the end, kill the enemies. Good. All right, through it, right? So then it opens up to this like little story thing with Dr. Robotnik and stuff. And then it kind of becomes like this top down, like you have this like 3D world where you can kind of run around and pick your levels. And I'm like, okay, where do I go from here? When I really wasn't sure I was going to go off the rip, like, okay, whatever. And I end up clicking on the mission. I am clicking on the original mission again. And I'm like, it made me run through it. And I'm like, I'm done with this thing already. This game is not what I'm going to want to play or enjoy, So it wasn't the Sonic that I always knew and liked, I guess, like I always liked the old school side scrolling Sonic and that was always a lot of fun. But I don't know. I felt like it wasn't that great of a game. Like it just didn't, I don't know. Not like a newer Mario game. Like the new Mario games, I feel like they put some love in those games, but this just felt flat. So I'm just kind of like, all right, it is what it is. I'm just gonna play it a little
Yeah.
bit, and then I wasn't that impressed. And I'm not sure if that's the newest one or not. I think it is. I could be wrong. The Sonic Frontier. It was just on the Plus, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And yeah, I could do without. Um, so then I'm like going through the playlist of games, right, Jesus? And I find an old game, an old game that Jesus probably played back in the day, and I never played it. I ended up downloading a really small file, was Fantavision, something I never really played before. Do you remember this
Okay.
game?
No.
It's like a fireworks game.
Okay.
It was a PlayStation exclusive, I think. And basically what my first vibes were, because I've never played it, was thinking it was going to be like Missile Command. I'm like, oh, I can get into that actually. If you remember old school Missile Command, you might be a
Yeah.
little young for that. I don't know. But I'm like, oh, that could be fun. But this game is more like it shows fireworks coming up and you got to chain the colors together and you hit a button to make them explode. And you use your analog stick and it didn't look really that great anymore. This is an old game, right? This is an old I can't remember what system it was for,
Yeah.
right? But it was like a stretched kind of like view, they made it like work on ultra wide, and it didn't have like deep blacks. Like if they would, a game that was made to show off simply as just the colors. It's like okay, like could look at least cool on my OLED, right? Get a nice black background with bright colors exploding, and fireworks. No, it was all faded and washed out looking, and I don't know. It was kind of boring, honestly. Like just connecting the colors and then hitting the trigger and they would explode. I'm like, ooh, yay, okay. So
Wow.
yeah. Fanavision for me was not a win either. I'm like, all right,
Thrilling gameplay there, Mayo.
yes. This was like, come on, this is an old. This I don't know what is Fan. I gotta look this up now. What it was on? I want to say PS2.
Gotta be PS1, I think. Ain't no way I was on PS2. Maybe
Yeah,
I was.
you could be right. PS2.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, so not as great as I thought it would be. Like I've seen this game before from a distance. I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to play. Let's check it out and see. No, not my cup of tea. So then, my last ditch effort, I jump into another game, and I know this game was good. I haven't played this game in a long time either. Jesus, and this is back in my old PlayStation days as well. Parappa the Rapper 2. I don't know if you ever played any of those.
No, I never played any of them.
You never played any of the Parappa the Rappers?
Nope.
Wow, those
Never played any of them.
I thought everybody played that game back when they came out, like the first one.
No, I don't remember playing it. Maybe I don't know. No memories of me playing them.
It's basically like a rhythm game, Jesus. And
Okay.
so it has it's very it's got a little story behind it. So the story behind the second one is after the first game, he wins noodles for life. And so
Oh,
he is eating noodles all the time, and he is so sick of noodles, he doesn't want noodles. And then he goes and he's gonna go to eat his girlfriend's house, and she served noodles, and he doesn't eat them because he's tired of them. And so then he feels bad.
yeah.
And so he's like, I just want a burger. So you go to the first level and he goes to get a burger, and they serve him a noodle burger sandwich instead of a
Oh,
hamburger. It's
man, what
noodles
the
on it, right?
fuck?
So you talk to the chef, like this chef ghost comes and he teaches you how to make a burger, but it's like a rap song. And
Okay.
so you have so now you think of your timing game, right? And so you have you got to hit square, triangle, X at certain times as it's moving across the little thing. And he makes like a rap as you're doing this correctly. And so you got like so many stages, and it has a whole complete storyline. It's got good little catchy songs to it and stuff, and goofy characters. The characters are completely flat,
Yeah.
they're like a piece of paper, kind of like Paper Mario kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, good old. They made two of them. I feel like they could make a new one, and people would probably like it. Honestly, like is simple like throwback kind of game. There's some people would probably play this. Like it's simple enough, good music, kind of funny, kind of goofy, doesn't take itself very serious. But some good stuff. I had a lot of fun playing that, and I played it all the way through and actually beat it. And like you can go through and do like some other stuff, but I was able to go through and beat the campaign and be like, yeah, that was pretty fun. Like it's short campaign. It's only like 8 or 9 missions, but you can thrive to get better scores. I think you can play it 2-player, but yeah, I'm surprised you haven't played this one, Jesus. I figured this is like a
Oh,
guarantee. You as like a Sony guy at one point in time in your life, you played this game. I thought
no,
everybody played it.
no.
Hmm. But
Um, okay.
yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing. Like I played a little bit of a couple other little things here and there, but nothing too crazy. I wanted to play like a Resistance, or like we were kind of talking about it, like either like a Resistance or what was the other one we talked about earlier? The shooter that Sony makes. Um,
Procom.
yeah, not SOCOM, the other one, the other shooter,
Killzone.
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 I was looking at their on their Plus because I have access to all these old games on there on the premium subscription. But I didn't really see one right away to play. Then there's a couple I thought was interesting that instead of you getting to download them and play them, it gives you the option only to stream them.
Yeah.
I thought about seeing how that will work. Hopefully that will play okay. There's a couple games. I think they have like the original like God of War remastered, like God of War 1 or
Yeah.
maybe 2 remastered or something like that. I seen both of the God of Wars on there, so I thought about maybe firing up the originals and playing them for a minute and seeing how much I like them.
Way, they're way different from what you've played on the
Yeah,
last ones.
yeah, completely different kind of game. But I'm like, I wonder if I would still like it. Like,
No, man. Like I said, they're completely different. Like you,
mhm.
no,
That
you
was
think
side
it is.
scroller. I remember it being a side scroller. I remember dating myself here a little bit. I remember when one of my kids was born. Was home while my wife was in the hospital with the baby yet. Like I would go home, whatever, spend the night at home, and I'd go back to the hospital the next morning, and I would stay home and just play some God of War on my time off, in a quiet house back in the day.
Yeah.
But I think that's pretty much all I played. Like I said, besides Red Dead, I probably put the most of my time in Red Dead.
Nice. It's not a bad game to spend your time in,
Yeah,
honestly.
just a lot of retro stuff and some Red Dead, back in the day.
All right. And okay, let's get into some news. It's news time.
Beep, 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 beep.
Speaking of games, Grounded 2, the PC system requirements show the Xbox Game Pass title is 5 times bigger than the original. That's right. Microsoft's gaming division and publishing label Xbox has released several new high-profile first-party games this year already, with more heading to Xbox Series X and S consoles and Windows PC later this year. Amongst those titles is Grounded 2, the highly anticipated sequel to Obsidian Entertainment's popular 2020 survival game, and the second of the 3 games from the studio this year, which is first one was Avowed, and the third one will be Outer Worlds. So this is the second game coming out in 1 year from Obsidian. Says here, first announced during June's big Xbox Game Showcase, Grounded 2 is slated to be one of the biggest Xbox launches and Xbox Game Pass titles of this year. Says here, the game releases on Xbox and PC in early access on July 29th, tomorrow, which will be, I think, on Game Pass. Says here, notably, the system requirements and recommended PC specs are available. So let's look at the Steam page right now, Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
And the PC requirements, the minimum is a 64-bit processor and operating system with Windows 10 or 11, an AMD Ryzen 5 2600 CPU, or an Intel i5 8400 CPU, with the minimum of 16 gigs of RAM, a AMD RX 5700 or a GTX 1070, or an Intel Arc A580. The recommended is an AMD RX 6800 XT or an NVIDIA RTX 3080. But yeah, I mean, it's not crazy requirements for this game, which is kind of cool. I mean, for being 5 times bigger than the last one and a new game, hopefully it's well optimized. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will. I mean, the first one kind of came out well optimized as well. I remember they just kind of kept adding to it. We both know that Ryan loved that game a lot. Like he really loved that game.
Yeah. It says now you can hatch bugs and you can ride them. So I think you can fly like certain bugs and ride spiders and shit. And there's like this says here, a shadow that follows you, Mayo, which
Uh-oh.
is the threat that is always there, watching, learning, and waiting. You don't know where it's coming from, only that it never leaves. The deeper you dig, the closer it gets. Some mysteries should stay buried, but it's too late now. It knows you're looking and it's ready, and every answer drags you deeper, every step invites something closer. You were never alone. You thought you were in control, and you were wrong. So, there you go, Mel. You excited, Mel? You excited for this?
I am not as excited as Ryan is. I know that, but
To hear more news. More news now. PlayStation is giving their new details on their first wireless fight stick, the Flex Strike. That's right. So, competitors are gearing up for the Evo Championship Series in Las Vegas this weekend. And to kick off this exciting week, Mayo, PlayStation is pleased to share new images and the official name for Project Defiant, which is now called Flex Strike Wireless Fight Stick. Okay. During the 2025 State of Play in June, Flex Strike is the first fight stick controller designed by Sony Interactive Entertainment, compatible with the PS5 or the PC via wired connection, or wirelessly with the PlayStation Link, or innovative ultra-low latency wireless tech. Flex Strike Wireless Fight Stick features mechanical switch buttons and toolless swappable restrictor gates. These include square, circle, and octagon restrictor gates that fit into the fight stick's built-in storage compartments alongside the included PS Link USB adapter. Players can easily and securely transport the fight stick and all of the components such as the included USB-C cable and more to a local fight night, a friend's house, or a tournament with the included sling carry case and a stay ready to play with built-in rechargeable battery. Right. Okay. So this offers simultaneous PlayStation Link audio on the PS5. It offers a seamless fighting game experience. Players can use a single PS Link USB adapter to connect the Flex Strike and a Pulse Elite wireless headset or Pulse Explore wireless earbuds simultaneously on the PS5. for an ultra-low latency audio and voice chat experience in the heat of battle. Dual Flex wireless fight stick connections on the PS5. You can connect two Flex Strike wireless fight sticks via a single PS Link USB adapter for couch competitions or co-op. Says here, features a unique ergonomic design with comfortably angled surfaces and non-slip base for a firm foundation, and has high-quality custom-designed digital stick. Says here, you can keep your DualSense wireless controller on PS5 connected at the same time as the Flex Strike wireless fight stick if you like to use it as an additional controller for navigating menus in between fights. It says here, and it features the same game control inputs found on the DualSense controller and a touchpad, and there's also customization options. You can switch directional inputs with the built-in lever mode, or lock in the layout and prevent accidental inputs during a match with a dedicated lock button. Says here, so there's that. Says here,
Interesting. I mean, it's not a bad looking controller either. Like I could.
man, not bad. Yeah, it's a simple white and black. It says here it will be at Evo 2025 in Las Vegas from the August 1st to the 3rd. Flex Strike wireless stick will be on display for the first time if you visit the Fight Stick Museum and the Arc System Works booth for a first look at the stick and the included sling carry case. It is slated for release in 2026. Stay tuned on the PlayStation blog for more information.
No price, huh?
I want to say 200, 250. 250 mayo.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember, like, I don't know. It's weird because, like, fight sticks, I don't know, like, maybe I'm just not, because I'm not into the old fighters as much anymore. But, like, to me, I don't feel like they're as popular as they were. You know, like, I know there's some good fighters out there, and I can't keep up with them. But my son has a really nice, arcade fighting stick thing that he has on his PC. It's got, like, two controllers, and it's a big layout. It's huge. You know, it's a nice. But he don't even use that very much, you know, and just you're limited on what, you know. I would probably use it more for old games like old arcade type games and have more fun with it there than I would play with a fighting controller.
Yeah.
Showing my age there, you know, playing some Pac-Man on it. It'd be great.
In other news, Xbox is committing to age verification in the UK. That's right. Says here, beginning today, as part of our compliance program for the UK Online Safety Act and our ongoing investments in tools and technologies that help ensure age-appropriate experiences, players who indicate their account as age 18 and over, based in the United Kingdom, and signing into an Xbox experience with the Microsoft account will begin seeing notifications encouraging them to verify their age. This is a one-time process for players in the UK, and it ensures that we can continue to provide all players on our platform with age-appropriate experiences. Starting early next year, age verification will be required for these players in the UK to retain full access to social features on Xbox, such as voice or text communication and game invites. Players who do not verify their age between now and early 2026 can continue to play and enjoy Xbox. However, starting early next year, their use of any social features on Xbox will become limited to friends only until they complete the age verification process. Whether a player verifies their age will not affect any previous purchases, entitlements, gameplay history, achievements, or the ability to play and purchase games. However, we encourage players to verify their age via this one-time process now to avoid interrupted use of social features on Xbox in the future. So verify your age if you're in the UK, fuckers. You need to verify your damn age, okay? Because there's a law apparently where they have to verify their age now. What does that even mean? You just say yes.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
my.
yes, how
Are
was-
you
It's like
over
the scene one where
18?
It's like a drop-down menu. What year were you born? Well, let me pick whatever year I can get on there and what, you know, like.
It's just
And
go
kids are
back a
smart
lot
enough these
here.
days, you know, they could be like, "Oh, let me put, 1999," you know, because they just think
Yeah.
that's old, you know?
That seems old enough. Yeah, you're right. You're right. What the fuck does it mean verify your age? All right.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a kid, I'd just put, "Yeah, I was born in 2000," you know?
Yeah.
Okay, easy
That's
enough.
That's 25 years ago. Yeah, yeah. I was born in 2000. Fucker. Yeah. Let's see here. Moving on to more news. Um, Battlefield news, Mayo.
Yeah, we need some
Right.
Battlefield news.
Battlefield. So their multiplayer reveal will be on, I believe, Thursday or Wednesday. But ahead of Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal later this week, details surrounding the rumored Battle Royale mode of the game have begun surfacing, including what might be an early look at what the map will look like, Mayo. If rumors are true, this might be one of the biggest Battle Royale maps we've ever seen, as well as one of the deadliest. So there's a leak map of the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale map. So it says here, as revealed by reliable Battlefield data miner Temporal, Battlefield's upcoming Battle Royale, which is apparently called Battlefield Royale, will reportedly feature one of the deadliest shrinking circles in Battle Royale game thus far. The circle is said to destroy anyone and anything the moment it touches them, with a fire effect on players' screen when they are within 10 meters of the ring. The image above is a recreation of the Battle Royale map by Temporal, complete with points of interest. And I'm looking at a map now. It says here in the image, you see an outline of points of interest, and it may hint to the return of some of Battlefield's most memorable maps retrofitted for the Battle Royale experience. Temporal even suggests that there are hints of a metro system scattered throughout the map, so you can maybe use a metro, like train, subway to get around. But it says here the reveal for Battlefield 6 is on the July 31st. And people are saying that the multiplayer will launch this year, right? With Battlefield coming out in October, supposedly. The rumor has it October 10th. Mm-hmm. So they're saying Battlefield will come out this year, but the Battle Royale will not be out till next year. Which, I guess it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, are you interested in a Battlefield Battle Royale, Jesus?
Not really. I'm over Battle Royales, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll try it out, but I'm not gonna play it.
Yeah, I think we all will, right? But
yeah,
like that kind of came and gone, you know?
Yeah. So just a few months ago, man, one of the Xbox's most iconic franchises was finally confirmed to arrive on PlayStation for the first time with the reveal of Gears of War Reloaded, a new remaster of the original built in Unreal Engine 5, set to launch on the Xbox Series X and S, PC, and PS5 in August. Fuck, I'm gonna have to replay this, dude. If it's on Unreal Engine 5, it probably looks so good. Mm-hmm. Given this, it's no longer a stretch to imagine that the franchise's next major installment, Gears of War E-Day, will eventually also debut on Sony's console. Thanks to some recent discoveries, we can confirm this is indeed the case. That's right. This information, Mayo, comes from the resume of a game designer currently working on the title, where a PS5 is listed as one of the target platforms for the game. And this isn't the first time we've heard about the possibility of Gears of War E-Day coming to the PS5. Back in 2004, a job listings for the Coalition for a senior online client engineer for the title sought candidates with experience on platforms like the PlayStation Network. And this mention in the resume, however, provides even more tangible proof. So, while it's not specified if PS5 will be a launch platform, the most logical assumption would be that it will be a port released after the initial Xbox launch. Still, with Xbox's recent shift in their multi-platform strategy, nothing is certain, and a simultaneous release or a closer PS5 launch could be on the cards. But another game is also yet to be debuted on PlayStation. Says here that the upcoming State of Decay 3 game will also be releasing on a PlayStation platform. So, wow, like State of Decay 3, Mayo, still alive, I guess.
Yeah.
Currently, there's been no further details on State of Decay 3 since the last reveal or whatever. But according to some of these leaks, the game is now also slated. So now it's slated for release on PC, Xbox, and PS5.
Starting to sound more and more like a software developer, huh?
Yep. Speaking of that, when we might get the reveal for that, or that news coming to us that it's coming on the PS5, will be on August 20th, Mayo, when Gamescom in Europe starts up. That is the world's or Europe's largest gaming event. actually the world's largest gaming event, with 370,000 visitors expected and over 1,000 exhibitors from 56 countries. Mayo, that's right. You excited, Mayo, for Gamescom in Germany?
No,
You
not really.
excited? You're not gonna
I'll pay
fly to
attention
Germany?
to it online. No, no Germany trips for me this year.
You're not going to Germany in August, Mayo, for Gamescom? Come on, man.
Maybe
But
we get some
Xbox.
donations to the show, or we can get some listener support. We'll go all go out there and hang out in Germany.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, pay for our trips to Germany. We'll fly to Germany and hang out at
We'll do a
Gamescom.
live show, right?
Live show from Gamescom Cologne, Germany. Yeah.
We'll even do a video show, right?
I'll
I'll bring
fucking
my
do whatever.
GoPro. Well, yeah, we'll do
Yeah, we'll
live.
do a live show on the floor for you guys. Anyways, Gamescom, speaking of Gamescom, Xbox has confirmed they will be at Gamescom this year with a showcase event at Gamescom. The date, I don't know, what is the date? I'm not 100% sure on that, but they have confirmed it. Okay. Okay. It says here, Grounded 2 will be there.
You said Gamescom, right? August 20th.
Yes, but exactly. So they will have a booth, and it says here, the Xbox Ally and ROG Xbox Ally X, their new two handhelds crafted in collaboration with Asus, will be there. Players can go hands-on with games including Hollow Knight, Silk Song, Roblox, Sea of Thieves, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4, with additional hands-on experiences with more games available at the Asus ROG booth. Grounded 2 will be there. Ninja Gaiden 4 will be there as well. Machine Games, in collaboration with Lucasfilms, is bringing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to Gamescom in celebration of the upcoming story DLC, The Order of the Giants. Attendees can play the base game on the show floor, snap a theme photo, and step into the boots of Indy himself and attempt to find and piece together a mummified cat puzzle. A daily competition where the fastest participant will win a prize worthy of the adventure. All activities and activations will be available at the Xbox booth starting on Wednesday, August 20th through Sunday, the 24th. Says here, World's Edge is heading back to Cologne for Gamescom 2025, bringing with it the legendary worlds of Age of Empires and Age of Mythology retold, with a significant presence on the show floor. The studio will be showcasing the depth and diversity of the Age franchise, offering fans a fresh look at beloved titles and teasing a few surprises along the way. Whether you're a seasoned strategist or a newcomer to the battlefield, there's something epic in store for everyone. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 will introduce a new exciting city update, a brand new aircraft that many fans will recognize for the use in the sim, and an exciting and unique challenges for players to test their piloting skills. Playable demos will include Hollow Knight, Borderlands 4, Onimusha, Metal Gear Solid Delta, EA Sports Football Club, and Nemo. There are no ghosts at the Grand, Power Wash Simulator 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, Final Fantasy 16, Invincible VS, Super Meat Boy 3D, Chronos, The New Dawn, and Mistfall Hunter. So there's that for the Xbox event at Gamescom. All right. Another news. Mayo, I know you're excited about this game, but it looks like Sony's legal team think that Light of Motoram has crossed the line. Mayo, okay?
Oh,
And they are now suing Chinese giant Tencent over a Slavish Horizon clone. According to Reuters, the platform holder has filed a lawsuit against the ripoff on July 25th, citing the copyright and trademark infringement. His ultimate goal is to prevent the game from ever releasing on the PlayStation. Says here, quote, Tencent's copying of Horizon is so blatant that the public has described it as a crazy, insane, and shameless, the lawsuit claims. Even wilder is the revelation from GameSpot that Tencent purportedly approached Sony with the pitch to license the Horizon IP, which the platform holder denied. The lawsuit argues that Tencent is tricking customers into believing that Light of Motoram is the next official Horizon game, causing irreparable injury to the franchise. The firm is now demanding $150,000 in damages and wants access to all of Light of Motoram's materials so it can destroy them forever.
Mhm. So we can quote destroy them.
So shit.
And that ends up in the next game.
Bro,
No,
bro, have
no.
you seen the screenshots of this game though? I implore you to go look at the trailer for Light of Mortaram. It is a fucking Horizon clone. It has a chick with red hair with the robot things, and she's fighting them.
Yeah, I see it.
And she's wearing like the same style of clothes as
Hey,
like
maybe she'd be more
as
likable
Alloy. And
than Alloy.
she's wearing I mean she's like less, she's not as big as Alloy. She's like thinner,
Looks
but
younger.
it
Yeah.
looks a little bit younger, but it's like a younger Alloy. Fucking it looks just like the same, like it does look like a sequel
Yeah,
or
I'm
like a prequel.
watching the cinematic trailer right now on Steam.
Yeah, like a prequel to fucking yeah.
Yeah,
And
I see saber-tooth tiger looking animals. I
she
see
has
some-
a crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what the fuck was Tencent thinking when they made, they're like, oh fuck, they won't notice, guys, they won't notice. They won't.
Yeah, Sony
Sir,
would never notice.
Sir, she has red hair like Alloy. They're not gonna notice the red hair. Don't worry about it. Just everyone has red hair in this time, okay? You know, there's a lot of red haired chicks back then, right? In the future or whatever the fuck this game is set in. All right, a lot of red hair people, and it's a chick, and she uses a crossbow. Everyone uses a crossbow in the apocalyptic
Well,
times
yeah, back
against
in that era,
robots.
right? You have to use a crossbow.
Yeah, you fighting robots, of course. Crossbow is the way to go, or whatever. Or not a crossbow, but a bow and arrow, or whatever the fuck. I mean, yeah, whatever. I don't know,
They're
man.
about this game, a mechanical or a mechanimal ruled open world.
Oh shit! Fuck! Shut up, Tencent. You're copying straight up, bro. You're copying me.
Yeah.
Stop this shit.
It's almost like the whole Pal World and Pokemon kind of thing almost. Like
Yeah.
that's what it reminds me of.
Yep.
Which Pal World had an update the other day. They did like some kind of like Terraria cross,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
And other weird news. Oh fuck! You got some. This is a weird
Oh,
story,
got some
right?
good
Here.
ones, huh?
UK citizens mail are now using the photorealistic Death Stranding 2 on PS5 to bypass porn blocks. That is correct. Those of you living in the UK will be aware of the introduction set of safety measures which require you to disclose your identity in order to access adult content. This obviously includes porn sites, but has also rolled out on services like Discord and Reddit. Not every site implements the security measures the same way, but some require you to scan your face using a smartphone camera in order to confirm that you're of a certain age, male. Is it
What if you look
potentially
really young?
I guess it doesn't work. It's like, no, you're too little, bro.
You're like, no.
You're a little kid, and you're like, fuck. I'm not a little kid. I'm baby face. I got no facial hair. Sorry, dude. Denied. Can't watch Pornhub. Says here, while many verification companies claim photos will not be stored on their servers, it's perfectly understandable why people wouldn't want to participate in the process at all. So the obvious workaround is to use a VPN of some sort. But creative Brits have also come up with another solution, Mayo. They scan Norman Reedus' face using Death Stranding 2 on the beach's photo mode. So they take a photo of Norman Reedus in the game, and then they put the phone up to the camera. And this is me. I'm this guy.
Yeah. That's like some spy video shit, right? Like they take the eyeball of somebody and they put it against the eye scanner, just
This year, a lot of the security checks require you to complete a variety of different poses, like opening and closing your mouth. So the ability to select Reedus' facial expressions in the photo mode come in handy here, okay?
yeah.
that's some thinking, bro. Like that's some like crazy thinking, right? Like some kid in the UK was trying to get on some porn site and he's like, fuck, I can't do this.
Right.
And
He's like,
sitting there,
I
he's sitting
know.
there thinking, he's like, how the fuck do I get a photo of an adult so I could get on this fucking site. He's watching the game and he's like, holy fuck, there's
I
a
think-
photo mode in
I
this
think he's
game.
playing the game and you see the light bulb come on. And
Yeah, oh
he's like,
shit.
oh shit, I know what I can do. Hey mom, I want to hook my PS5 up in my room for a little while and then take some pictures of my TV for a bit and then don't mind me.
Because when you screenshot on your PlayStation, it sends it to your app, right? It sends it to the PlayStation app on your phone, and then on your phone you could just download the photo or whatever, or open it up and view it. So if the thing is asking open your mouth, you have a photo of the dude with his mouth open. If it says close your mouth, you have a photo of the dude with the mouth closed, and you just change the photos. Oh man.
I guess you could know the process, right? Like the sequence, and you could just scroll from picture to picture. Is what my
Oh,
guess they're
man.
probably doing.
Yeah. Thank you, Kojima, for providing the kids
Yeah,
with
good job.
access to porn in the UK. Yeah. Yeah, good job. What else here? Star Wars Outlaws, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remember this game.
This game was a colossal flop at launch. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot recently commented on the catastrophic open world outing, admitting that it failed to meet expectations and blaming its underperformance on the choppy nature of the Star Wars brand overall. So he's blaming that the Star Wars brand sucks, and that's why the game didn't sell well. Hey, Star Wars. Hey guys, I know we paid $10 million to Disney to have but you guess what,
Star
guys?
Wars just ain't what
Guess
it
what?
was. Yeah,
Star Wars just fucking sucks, guys. All right,
that's why our game didn't sell.
that hobo ass franchise. Fuck that shit. All right, what the fuck? How this guy, this Ubisoft CEO, he must be smoking some good ass shit, dude. All right, this guy's tripping balls over there. Right, he's over there making fucking.
Now
money
we see
off-
why Ubisoft is struggling with thoughts like that.
This guy's over here tripping balls saying that Star Wars is a shitty friend. Hey man, you know why our game didn't sell? Our game sales suck because Star Wars sucks. That's why Star Wars sucks.
Nobody likes that show.
And nobody likes that stupid ass friend. Who likes Star Wars? I've never heard of them. I've never heard of that little shit. Like who the how you gonna say Star Wars is a choppy bro? It's like the most iconic franchise in the world. Like everyone in the world knows literally everyone. You can go to fucking like any part of the planet and people will know Star Wars. Or you ask anyone in the world
Or at
what
least
the
know
fuck,
of it.
or if you ask anyone what's a Jedi, they will know at least. Oh, that's some Star Wars shit, right? Yeah, okay. They will at least know that, right? Like, oh, isn't that like some Star Wars thing?
Or if you show
Yeah.
like a picture of like a TIE fighter or something like that,
Show
right?
anyone Darth Vader. Just show Darth Vader's mask, and people will recognize that's Darth Vader. They will never have seen the movie. They've never seen him talk. They just know that's Darth Vader. That's the bad guy. That's Darth Vader. That's the boss. That's the bad dude. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck you gonna say Star Wars is a choppy nature of Star Wars brand overall? He also admitted the effort launched in a suboptimal state, adding that it needed more polish upon release. Now, Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson, who's well known to have connections within Ubisoft, has revealed that his sequel to Star Wars Outlaw has been cancelled, citing poor sales of the original as the reason.
Well, why would you make a sequel to a game that has a franchise that's not very good, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make a sequel to that shitty franchise. Why would you? What the fuck, dude? Come on now. Like, other companies would kill to have the Star Wars license.
Right.
And
EA would probably kill to have it back. You know,
didn't EA lose it because of was it Battlefront 2 or some shit? They lost it with their fucking loot boxes, right?
Loot boxes, right? Oh yeah,
that's what it was. They fucked up with the loot boxes. Then Ubisoft got it, and now Ubisoft is like, oh no.
Remember we were excited that Ubisoft was making a Star Wars game.
Yeah,
we were like, oh
we
yeah,
were.
this is gonna be good. This is gonna be different.
These guys know what they're doing. They've done Far Cry and shit. They know how to make a good open world. No, they don't. Motherfuckers.
No, Jesus, they do. It's just because Star Wars sucks.
Star Wars sucks. Yeah, Star Wars is
Their
not
games are
good.
good.
Hey guys, our game would have been really good if it would have not been Star Wars. Okay,
Yeah.
if we would have made another Far Cry, it would have sold better.
Or
Just
another
'cause
Watchdog, right? Yeah,
yeah,
that game was sold better for sure.
yeah, we
Right.
put the stupid Star Wars name on our game, and that sucks. Oh man. It says here, wow. Okay.
They're
Well,
just comparing it to their Assassin's Creed franchise. They're like, "Our franchise is way better."
yep. Speaking of a good franchise, Expedition 33, that's right. I know you've been waiting for this, Mayo,
Mhm.
but the official Expedition 33 art book will be adapted into several languages, including English, and it's releasing soon. You excited?
No, I'm not into
You
that.
don't want an Expedition art book?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine without having that.
Oh, what? Come Oh man,
I like the game, but I don't think I need an art book.
why an art book?
Do you really look at the art books, Jesus?
No.
Yeah. Have you ever bought a deluxe version of the game that comes with an art book or like a digital art book or anything, and you've been like, you know what? I think I'm gonna sit and look at that art book. Maybe one time, maybe like one time you'd be like, okay, what's in this book? You would flip through it, and then that would be it.
Who are the art book people out there? Who do you think these people are? Like, there's somebody out there buying this shit.
Somebody has to be really into the lore, right? Like
Like,
really into the lore.
who are the art book people of these games out there buying the art books? There's a market for art books, obviously, because they always make them for these
Yeah.
games. So someone is buying these art books, man. Who the fuck is buying the art books? You know who I think is an art book guy? I think Bill Gardner.
Mm,
Bill Gardner's an art
yeah,
book guy.
I can see that.
I think IAMS is an art book guy.
Yeah, I can see that too.
You can see IAMS being the art book guy.
I can tell you with certainty that Mayo is not an art book guy.
Oh man.
I don't think you are either. I don't. Maybe Gunny. Maybe Gunny would look at it.
Oh.
While he's making his delivery on his way to work, he'd be looking through the book, driving his truck.
Also, Battlefield 6 will not be coming to the PS4 or the Xbox One. Just so you know, Mayo. In case you didn't know, Mayo. Okay, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Don't think it's coming to the last gen consoles, man. It's not. Okay, that's a news story. Just for the PS4 and Xbox One, people still playing on that shit. And also, Dying Light, the Beast, has now moved the release date of Dying Light to September 19th. Yeah. Which the Beast? What the fuck is the Beast? It's what is this? What is the Beast? They're saying I don't know what the Beast is. Isn't this like a remake of the first game or something like that?
I don't even know. I'm not a big Dying Light fan.
But whatever. It's releasing on September 19th if you were waiting for that. See more news. Trying to find more news here. Halo Infinite. Okay. Halo Infinite. Okay. Well, shit. Okay. Over the next few months, Halo will host the planned majors, two of them, okay, at the Halo World Championship, okay, on October 24th and 26th. Once a world champion is crowned in October, the HCS, the Halo Championship Series, will be retiring Halo Infinite from official HCS competitions. This means that they will still support Halo Infinite in the tournament scene in 2026, but HCS will be moving on from Halo Infinite for official competition following this year's Halo World Championship. As the studio continues to shift more and more towards the next era of Halo, we feel this is the right time for official HCS competition to move on from Halo Infinite. Year 4 will be the final official HCS events for Halo Infinite, and now is your last chance to be a part of this chapter of Halo esports history. So in 2021, they launched with the ranked playlist and tournament maps and modes, as well as an observer mode and partnered team cosmetics, all on day one. And that week, they announced the full year roadmap with LAN and online event updates and locations for all the regions. And the first tournament kicked off just 3 days after launch. And to all the players, the fans, the staff at the partners that believed in Halo Infinite and kept supporting the game and HCS, they are deeply grateful for what has been a very special period in Halo's rich 24-year franchise history. And so they're going to close the fourth year for Halo Infinite, and this is the longest a single Halo esports title has held a major competition. And so yeah, so what's next? Looking forward to 2026. While the studio is fully focused on the future of Halo, you can expect there to be more online and LAN competition for Halo Infinite. They will be supporting events with pricing and player travel, and even Halo 5 and MCC, as they've done consistently via side events. And they say 2026 is Halo's 25th anniversary, and they plan to celebrate the occasion in style with the whole community. So they say to stay tuned to Halo WC this year, and they'll share the initial details of what's to come. Wonder, so I guess this is the last year if you are in the Halo Championship Series that you're going to be playing Halo Infinite. So does that mean that we're getting a new Halo next year? What's going on here, Mayo?
I don't know.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Hmm.
They're just like, nah, we're just done with Halo Infinite, bro. Is there a new Halo? No, we're just done with Halo Infinite. It's kind of a weird announcement, right? Like,
Yeah.
you haven't announced a new Halo, but you're saying that Halo Infinite is done with that. I don't know.
Maybe you just don't have enough exposure or players or something. They're just pulling the plug on it, maybe. I don't know.
Sure. No new. Say anything about a new Halo. What else is there? I think that's all I have for news, man. I mean, quite a bit of
Kind of
news.
quiet. Middle of the summer. Kind of that summer lull.
Well, yeah, usually that's kind of what happens, right? Shit kind of starts dying down before Gamescom, and then right before
And
Gamescom,
then
we get
boom, yeah.
all the leaks, and then all the games start coming out. Everything starts coming out right after
October,
Gamescom.
November, right?
Yeah, so you start getting all the games come out, dude. Everything October, November, December, all the fall games come out, and the winter games start coming out, and then come January, a few more games come out, and then February, March, it's a little bit dead. Then we
Yeah,
start
I say
hearing
what,
more.
like March-ish, yeah, late March.
Then April, we might get a game. Then we start getting games again in May, June, and then July, and then again another 2 months of no games, and then all over again. Yeah. This here, I got a story about Gabe Newell Mayo.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. He gave an interview to YouTuber Zalkar Saliev, who's also on TikTok and Instagram. And it says here it's a wide ranging chat that covers everything from Newell's earliest jobs to his current daily routine. And it turns out that the young Newell loved programming, but he never had any thoughts that it would ever lead to a useful career. He said he started programming in high school. At the time, programming wasn't really a career path, and there were probably only a couple of thousand programmers in the United States working on mainframe accounting software primarily, and maybe there were some people doing stuff at NASA. But it wasn't like people said, oh, there's this huge industry where software gets developed. And video games didn't even exist, he said. I was 10 before the first video game came out. It was called Pong. So when I was a kid, I thought I was going to be a doctor. And programming was what I did when I should have been doing something else, right? It wasn't a career path, There was no classes in it, and my first programmable device was a calculator, a Texas Instrument calculator. It says here, Newell's love for programming will lead him into the University of California's Raytheon 703, the first machine he coded on, before he won a place at Harvard and started to take programming classes. And he said, it still didn't occur to me that programming was a career path. I went out to visit my brother for Thanksgiving and who had just started a job at Microsoft. And at the time, Microsoft wasn't the largest software developer in the world. It wasn't even the largest software developer in the United States. It wasn't the largest software developer in even Washington State. It was the third largest software developer in the suburbs of Washington at the time, right? So there was there was no notion of having any reputation that it would have, say, 10 years later. He said, I was visiting my brother, and I thought he and I were going to just hang out. But I found out that he was working on a C compiler, and that's what he did all this time. So I just hung out with him at work, and then Steve Ballmer got mad because I was distracting Dan from doing his job and said, "If you're going to be hanging out here, why don't you do something useful?" So I said, "Fine, I'll do a little work," and decided I'd take the quarter off and just work at Microsoft. And he says that quarter would become a year, which then became 2 years, which you say, things keep going. He says, I kept saying I have to go back and finish my degree. And 13 years later, I still hadn't gone back and finished my degree. So that's where I learned the profession of being a developer. And it was interesting how much faster I was learning by working at Microsoft. At the time, it was the best place in the world to learn how to be a programmer. And there was a company that really prided itself on its ability to produce code faster and with higher quality and to solve programming problems that nobody else was solving. I was having lots of great people to learn from. It was pretty obvious when I got there in terms of doing interesting work that was going to be valuable at the time. Hundreds or thousands of people were doing it, and Microsoft was way better than going back and continuing education at any university. I was there for 13 years and then decided to start Valve. That crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So if he would have never visited his brother all that time and distracted his brother from work, this fucker would be a doctor right now. Gabe would just be
Dr.
some
Gabe. Dr. Gabe.
Dr. Gabe, Dr. Newell at fucking some hospital somewhere. He would just be a doctor. We wouldn't have Steam. What would we have if Steam wasn't around? Someone would have made some store, right? Microsoft.
Right.
Someone would have made a store.
We'd have the Epic Store now. We'd be like, oh, look how great the Epic Store is.
Someone would have made something. But yeah.
Good old games, maybe?
Yeah. Good old games would be probably bigger. I don't know. But yeah, so I guess we have it. Gabe was gonna be a doctor, now he's not a doctor. And he's chilling. Also,
he probably made the good choice, probably. Like he might have made a little bit more money owning Steam.
You think so?
Yeah, maybe. Just a little.
Just a little bit. Yeah, and he said also he said something about his routine is he wakes up, he eats breakfast, and then he goes scuba diving. That's his routine.
That's his routine, like every single day.
I guess when you live on a yacht, bro, I don't know what the fuck else do you do. I mean,
is that how you get to land? You just like float.
Fucking, hey guys, I don't want to wake up today. Wake up fucking hungover, so I'm gonna eat breakfast and go scuba diving. Fuck you. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Yeah, that's what he said his routine was.
Interesting routine, I guess. You don't hear that one every day.
Yeah. Yeah. How much is he worth nowadays? I think. Yeah. He made $9.5 billion. That's so much money, dude. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
That's like an insane amount of money. Fuck. But yeah, he's worth $9.5 billion. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he might be set for retirement.
He says that the only reason that he's a billionaire is because of luck. He said it really comes down to like the people that were around him working with him, and then he just got lucky and was able to make Steam and Valve and Half-Life and he said, yeah, I got lucky, guys. I was kind of lucky. $9.5 billion fell onto my lap. It's cool. Yeah. No big deal. Just saying. I go scuba diving every day for fun. Oh wow! I guess Gabe wasn't he the dude that was like? Didn't he hide on some yacht during the whole COVID time? He's like,
yeah, just say I think he was in like Australia or something like that, wasn't he? Like,
yeah, wasn't he like sailing around like New Zealand or some shit? Just like
that's what it was, New Zealand. He was like just over New Zealand hanging out for COVID
on a fucking yacht during the whole COVID thing. He was just like, oh. Fuck you guys.
That's why he was snorkeling every day, because he's stuck on a boat.
Stuck on a boat. He found something to do. He's like, I really like Subnautica. I'm gonna fucking go do this in real life. I'm gonna just start diving in the ocean. Fucking scuba dive everywhere. Yeah, he was stuck on a yacht. He said he wouldn't leave. He didn't want to go to land until the COVID thing was over. He's like, I'm not coming back till COVID
Yeah,
is over.
I ain't risking
Fuck
that
you
shit.
guys. I ain't gonna die from COVID. Fuck you. I'm sticking on my
He's
boat.
he's got enough money for the Uber food into him, right?
Yeah.
He have a boat bring his food to him.
Uh, hey, Captain, you thought you were working for 3 weeks. Now you're working for 4 years. Yeah,
Right?
good luck. You're stuck here on this boat with me, bitch. Like, what happened? Because there's people on the yacht with them, right? Like his
Oh, there
workers.
has to be. Yeah.
Like there has to be like a server, like a cook. There has to be people on there, right? Like someone making the food, like a
You would
chef.
think, right? He couldn't be by
There
there
has to be
himself.
a chef. There has to be a chef. There has to be like some sort of maid cleaning everything or something. And there has to be a captain driving the fucking boat around. He's not on this big ass yacht by himself. There has to be like multiple people on there with him. Wonder what all these people thought, like, fuck, we're stuck on this boat. Like, were they stuck on the boat or did you just switch them out?
Were
He's
they
like, all
allowed to
right,
come and go or switch? Yeah.
no, you guys can go home now for 6 months. Before you come back, I need a COVID test. I need
Yeah. A
a
good
negative,
one.
a negative COVID test before you come back on my boat, motherfucker. Like, I wonder, yeah, he had to switch him out, right? Like, who the fuck would agree to be on a boat for that long? For 4 years? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just stick with you, sir, for 4 years in a boat. No. I'd be like, fuck this shit. Let me off this boat, Gabe.
Yeah.
Mutiny, motherfucker! Let me off this boat. This shit. I don't know. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder. There has to be like some kind of crazy stories about that shit. Fucker on a boat for 4 years, hiding from COVID.
I don't think I could go on a cruise ship for 4 years. Like I would just
You know, there's people that retire and just live on cruise ships
Hmm.
for their whole retirement. Because there's these cruise ship packages that cruise ships sell where they cruise around the world all year long. So you buy like a 365-day cruise and you're on the boat for 365 days as it just goes around the world cruising everywhere. You're just on a boat, like just chilling on the like retire on a boat, dude. You don't think you could do that?
no, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna look how much that costs. That has to be like a package someone sells, right? All right, listen. All right, Mail. Listen, I got it for you right here. Okay, Oceania, whatever the fuck cruises. They offer a 180-day world cruise. All right, Mail. This 180-day world cruise will cost you $58,099 per person. And that includes your airfare to the fucking port, your meals, and all the amenities on board. That's not bad. I mean,
I could see myself spending more money just not being on a cruise, just living life.
yeah, 58,000, and
Well, I
you
mean, that's
get
only half a year, I guess, but yeah.
that's your meals included. All right. I mean, okay, why not, Mail?
Yeah,
You-
not for me.
Okay, says here you can rent a stateroom on a ship for about $78,000 a year, and that usually includes like a pretty nice view with a balcony, and you get all the food. Yeah, why not, Mail? You get beverages included. Okay, you have to buy a beverage package, and that ranges between $9 to $15 a day. And then there's alcohol packages. There's Wi-Fi. The staff could do your laundry. So yeah, I don't know, Mail. Mail's gonna retire on a cruise ship, people.
Right.
I guess that's all I have for news, man. I have no more fucking news here, right?
Yeah, not a whole lot. Yeah, I just want to throw out there quick, Jesus, I want to hit on under podcast questions on Discord. AZ the Realist. I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah.
He just wanted to say thank you for an ad-free podcast for years now.
You're welcome. Yeah,
Yeah.
we haven't had ads on the show forever now, right? Like, I don't even know what the last ad we had was. I don't.
The last sponsorship was what, maybe Manscaped?
Yeah, and that was like 4 years ago. So 5 years ago now, actually, probably. So yeah, 4 or 5 years ago, or something like that. Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. I don't want to do that ads because it's a lot of work to do ads, dude.
It takes away a little bit, right? I feel like it does.
It does. It takes away, and it sometimes the ads don't they don't fit your people like what they're the people listening. It doesn't fit the demographic, and you're like, why would I do an ad on this? Like, it doesn't fit my what the people are listening, what they would want to hear. You're on a podcast about video games. You don't want to hear an ad for fucking some random shit like I don't know, fucking Target. Like, yeah, do you guys want a Target ad? I don't know. I don't know, man. Do you want a Target ad? I don't know if you
No,
want
I
it.
think I'm good.
I can make Mayo talk about how great Target is for 30
Yeah.
seconds.
Target's so great.
Shop at Target. Find your best deals at your local Target. No, yes. Ads they're okay for some podcasts. I don't want them in ours. We just yeah. No thank you. Yeah. Same thing I don't want to be on a kind of network. They have too many rules. Too many rules. You can't talk about this. You can't mention that. You can't do this. You shouldn't be talking about that. Don't bring this up. Like, yeah. Some networks do have certain I want to say
Guidelines we gotta
they have
follow.
guidelines, yes, and they have like some of them. It's not an agenda, but like they lean a certain way, and they expect you to fall in line with that, And it's like, no, I don't want to fall in line with any of you fuckers. I do what I want. I do what I want, Mayo. This is my podcast. I do what I want, Mayo. Okay.
That's right.
If I want to talk about how racist Oregon was when it was founded, I will do that. If I want to talk about my phone that I just bought today or the other day, I will do that. If I want to talk about Gabe being on a yacht for 5 years and scuba diving every day, I will talk about that. Yeah, motherfucker, you. How dare you? Fucking Gunny. How dare you, Gunny? I know Gunny's judging me right now. Fuck
He
you,
is.
Gunny.
He probably is.
Yeah, dickhead. Anyways, that's all I have for the show. Yeah, and I think next week, doesn't Mafia come out next week?
Oh, does it?
I don't fucking know, man. The 8th. When the fuck is the 8th? Oh, that's next Tuesday. So no, I guess it'll be after the show next week.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll be maybe talking about Mafia. I don't know. My expectations of that game are not very high, to be honest, but I like the other Mafia games, so I'm hoping it's good. I don't think it will be. Something about the gameplay they've shown doesn't have me very impressed, but maybe I'll change my mind if I play it. I don't know. Maybe it'll like be really amazing. Game of the Year 2025. Yeah. I don't think so. I think Expedition 33 has that title. That or Death Stranding. It's between the two, man. It's going to be a really tough Game of the Year between those two, I think. And I seriously hope, dude, that like stupid ass Donkey Kong stupid fucking game doesn't come in. Oh, Game of the Year. I play the big Donkey Kong guy. I'm big gorilla. I'm a big
Well, we
monkey.
know, like, according to the past, like the past is always a good outlier and all that. Like, it's gonna be in the running, for
Oh
game of the
yeah,
year.
yeah. It'll definitely
It's
be
like
up
it's
there.
like Legend of Zelda every year.
Oh, it's
A
fucking
Zelda game, a
stupid.
Mario game. It's always in the
Fucking
running, but never seems to win.
Mario Kart 8 fucking world or whatever the fuck game of the year. Like, no, shut the fuck up.
That'd be
Fucking
racing game of the year you watch or multiplayer of the
oh
game. That's gonna be
yeah.
multiplayer game of the year.
You think no? I hope Battlefield is up there for multiplayer game of the year. If Battlefield comes out this year, Battlefield needs to be up there. I
Well,
think
it's gonna
Call of
hurry
Duty.
come out before November for it to be qualified.
Yeah, I think it's November. Yeah. So, but
So,
rumor has it it's coming out in October. So it should, if it does come out in October, it will be in the running. Anything that releases in December though is out of the running. But I mean, Borderlands 4 is coming out. That I don't know if it'll be Game of the Year contender, but for sure, you're gonna see Donkey Kong bullshit up there. You're gonna see definitely Clear Obscure's Expedition 33. That's for sure gonna be up there. I think for sure Death Stranding 2 will be up there.
I think so too.
I don't know what else would be up there because usually they have 5, don't they? That they nominate.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what the other 2 would be. I'm trying to think back in the year, like what has released this year that would be considered a game of the year. I don't even know, dude.
I'm sure
I
there
don't
was
know
something that we all liked early on that we're forgetting about.
what Mail. What are we forgetting
Yeah,
about?
I'm just saying we're forgetting about it. I'm just saying, like in general, like there's probably something out there that we liked.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to see. I'm gonna look up a list real quick. 2025 game releases.
Split Fiction is something that could be a possibility.
Split Fiction, yeah.
I mean, I'll see that as a game of the year, but it's a really, really good game. I could see that multiplayer game of the year.
Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance came out this year.
Yeah.
Number 2 came out. Yeah, I forgot about that game.
Yeah, I
That
told
came
you
out.
there's something we forgot about.
Monster Hunter. That'll be one that might be up there. Monster Hunter Wild. That'll be up for multiplayer game of the year probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Oh, Indiana Jones. Do you think Indiana Jones deserved to be game of the? But that came out for PS5 this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll count.
No, I don't think it's going to either.
Yeah, I don't. I'm looking at the games that came out this year.
It's not in the limelight enough right now. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
pretty quiet on that front nowadays. Maybe the DLC will spark everybody's interest in it again, but it's kind of quiet right now.
dude. I'm trying to think of games that are. Yeah, Donkey Kong is the one dude that I could see being the thing.
Oh, what about this would be a game coming out later in the year, Ghost of Yeti, a Yote or whatever. The
Yeah, that
Ghost of
might be
Tsushima sequel.
one. Yeah, that might be one.
And then I guess I was looking at I just put up on IMDb. There's also Metroid Prime 4.
Damn. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of
Yeah, there's
games
some good
coming out.
good options out there.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Well, Game of the Year's what 5 months away now. So
Yeah.
time is flying, dude. This year has gone by so quick. I'm
It
like,
is going quick.
fuck, it's going so fast.
Now, I will say, since I'm not working, that has slowed down a little bit, but it's still going
It's
quick.
going
I can't
fast,
believe it's the end of
dude.
July. Yeah.
Yeah, we're halfway through the year. We're past halfway of the year already.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy. I'm like, what the fuck happened to the first half of the year, dude? I don't even know what the fuck I've done the last 6 months of my life. But yeah. Anyways, I'm out of here, people.
Anyways,
We're
yep.
out of here. Find Gunny on everything as Gunny Chief or the HGP_Gunny on PlayStation. And
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll find me on Discord and PlayStation and Xbox is the Mayo.
Yeah, and find me on everything as Jesus Walks a Lot. I'll be playing some more Death Stranding 2 for sure. Add me on that if you're playing.
Building those roads.
Yeah, and I might get Premium 2 on PlayStation Mail just to fucking.
Yeah, play some of
Because
the old games, Jesus.
the cool thing is that on my portal I can just stream games to it, like without turning on the PlayStation. You can just stream games directly to the portal, which I hear it works pretty good actually. So might do that. And that actually might be cool for like older titles, you know, like whatever.
Yeah, there's some older ones on there you can play.
Yeah. Anyways.
Twisted Metal, maybe.
Yeah. Anyways, we're out of here. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. We're out of here. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. Good night. Drive safe. Be safe. We love you. And we'll see you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. Bye.
Yeah.